Happy birthday, Neil Young. 70 years old, my God. Keep on rocking in the free world. That's how we start today. Good morning, Jim Norton.
I would have thought he was older.
Than 70?
Yeah.
He's been around our entire lives.
My entire life he's been famous, and he's always been old.
I remember the rumor that he had throat cancer when I was a kid. There was some rumor that Neil Young was done.
Oh, I didn't know.
And that he had some kind of throat cancer. Maybe he had some kind of something going on back in the day, and he obviously got through it. But I remember that was very bothersome to me and my brother, who was a huge Neil Young fan as well. So.
Oh, well, thank the Lord he's okay.
Yes. Did you like Neil Young growing up?
He's fine. I mean,
just fine?
Yeah, I like his hits. The rest of his stuff does nothing for me.
Nothing at all?
No. But again, that song and fucking Old Man, and,
What about You Can't Be 20 on Sugar Mountain?
I don't know it. I'm sure it's fine. But no interest in Neil Young.
I'm sure it's okay.
Yeah, if people enjoy it, I respect you.
What about some of the Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young material?
I didn't know there was a difference.
How about Needle and the Damage Done? You like that one?
I'm sure it's great.
I took the needle and the damage done. About heroin? No?
Maybe I've heard it.
Down by the River?
I don't know.
Oh, Cinnamon Girl?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
You're not into it.
No. I don't hate him.
I love Neil Young. I got to listen to more Neil Young.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Not much.
No?
Went to a movie premiere last night, like a big shot.
Which one?
Shelter.
What Shelter? I don't even know about this one.
Anthony Mackie and Jennifer Connelly.
Okay.
Did we interviewed Paul Bettany once, didn't we? Didn't we have him? He wrote and directed it.
I would have to see his face, and then I could tell you.
He's British. I'm almost positive.
Opie and Jim Norton's lives don't end when the morning does.
It's getting heavy in this motherfucker.
What was that?
I answered the phone and the phone hit the keyboard.
Wait, you hit the keyboard with the phone?
The phone cord literally hit enter on the keyboard, or hit the mouse rather, that was perfectly positioned over play for the commercials, as Roland was calling me to probably tell me that we've had this guy in studio before.
I don't know why that's so funny.
It was a pofa.
Pofa. You're just nervous because we got a presidential candidate coming in.
That's right. I don't even know what to do because we've got a really big show.
We got a presidential candidate coming in. So I don't want to give it away. I don't want to say which one. But we do. We got a big guest today, a presidential candidate.
Yes, we do.
He's officially running,
yes,
and we're excited for him. So
yes, we are.
I think Travis is a little nervous.
Yeah,
a little nervous.
Secret Service has been back there futzing around.
Futzing around.
I don't know what to do with myself. I've been here 10 years, and I still get nervous sometimes when we have big guests coming.
Well, they're clearing the place. They're making sure everything is on the up and up before this candidate comes through.
Absolutely.
And I think it's going to be very exciting for everybody. So, anyway, where were we? Shelter.
It was good. It was really good.
What is it about?
It was Paul Bettany said it's about Jennifer Connelly and Anthony Mackie are both homeless.
Okay.
And it's just about their plight as homeless people. And he said he based it on a homeless couple that used to live outside his building.
All right.
It was just really good. It was they kind of show what a shit life it is to be homeless.
Right.
And you feel really bad for homeless people afterwards.
Of course you do.
That's pretty much it. But it's very good.
Do you walk by homeless, or do you give them a little something?
I don't know. It depends. I usually walk by them because I know they're just gonna. I know what they're going to do with the money, but again, sometimes they give it to them anyway.
I just give it to them. I mean, not a lot. I'll just give up some pocket money.
There's too many. There's just too many.
There's more and more lately. That's for sure.
You tune them out because there's so many.
There's a story in the paper where a guy.
There's the red carpet.
Did you make the red carpet?
No, they asked me to. I said no.
You said no to the red carpet.
I should have done it.
You should have stood right next to Jennifer Connelly.
Nah, she was already. You know why I didn't? By the time I got there, Anthony Mackie was already on the carpet.
Right.
And I felt stupid walking after the star of the movie.
Okay.
I always say no. I guess I should have done it, but yeah, I'm really awful at that stuff.
You could have been in one of these pictures we're looking at from Getty.
It would have been just me. Nobody cares. I mean, I've done a bunch of them. No one gives a fuck.
They pop up from time to time.
Yeah.
There was a story in the paper today. A homeless guy makes like $200 an hour when he's out there.
Doing what?
Just he's got a dog, and people really feel for his plight.
I read he disappeared.
And then he disappeared because they interviewed him, right?
Yeah,
and
now he's like known.
Yeah, now he's known, and he's basically going, man, you just blew up my spot, so he had to move. But it was like $200 an hour, right?
Yeah. Over by Grand Central, I
Oh,
think.
that guy, yeah.
You've seen that guy?
No, I just saw the
Oh,
Daily
okay.
News yesterday.
Yeah, most of these guys you see every single day. Remember the guy that was shitting in the street and all that?
Yeah.
And he was on the front page of the New York Post. I see him every day. He's back out there. No one cared. He was like being a complete nuisance to that area, and I think they arrested him. And the story, I've seen him shit in the street. It's amazing. He doesn't care. He just drops his pants and will shit on the corner. And many people have seen this guy shit on the corner, and he's very violent and aggressive. And he made the front page of the paper. They did a big story on him. He's back in his spot, and no one cares. People just walk by him like it's no big deal again.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
People don't really give a shit.
No. But I stop and I give a little something every time.
There's some very disturbing scenes in this movie, though.
Really?
Oh, yeah, there's a couple.
Like what?
Just I'll just say a sex trade scene.
Yeah.
That's just really uncomfortable, and you like really feel bad for her. You're like, oh man, fuck.
Is Jennifer Connelly a homeless person in this
Yeah,
movie?
she's amazing. She'll get nominated. Both of them are going to get nominated for it.
I can't imagine her.
She was there last night, and she was literally.
She's gorgeous, right?
She's so fucking skinny now, but she's probably put a little bit of that weight back on.
Yeah.
But through most of the movie, in that picture that we're looking at, she looks really good.
Yeah.
She doesn't look that good in most of the movie. Like they show her, and I don't know if it's really her. There's one scene where she's sitting there on her knees. She's in Schindler's List. She's like one of those, I guess, Christian Bale actors who just drops all the weight when she has to. She was awesome.
And she dropped it for the movie?
Yeah. They show her sitting there, and there's a shirt she's wearing, like it's almost like a halter top.
Yeah.
And you can see the veins above her tits and under her neck. Like she's the machine is skinny.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she really.
I didn't even know this movie was coming out. I gotta see it. I gotta start going to the movie theater again. So
I only go to these because if I get invited, I get a couple of email invites, and I've actually been taking them.
I just blow them off. I don't even read them.
I can't believe I didn't do the carpet. I'm such a fucking weirdo.
Why?
I don't know.
But it's okay, you did it.
Nah, but it's
You'll do
not
the next one.
But it's unprofessional. It's like that's part of the job. It's like if you go somewhere and they ask you to do it, you do it. It's like wait, I'm in this business. What am I, stupid? I'm just afraid no one's going to take my picture.
That's exactly right.
But I know what it is. It's a self-centered, nonsensical fear.
That's why I'm the side door kid. I go side door. So many times, like walk the carpet. I'm like, the fear that no one's going to lift that camera when you're out on that carpet.
But they always do because even if they don't know who you are, the last thing they want to do is miss out on a picture.
Right.
And they always take the picture.
I've been on a couple red carpets where I see the cameramen whispering to each other, "Who's that?" And that's even worse. And then you get one guy that all it takes is one guy lifting his camera, and then they all assume, and you have to be somebody, and then they go crazy. But the funny part is the whispering before they start going. I don't recognize that. Who's that? Who is that? And you're standing there like a fucking fool.
I think they also want to know though, because they might have to put to log who you are. They don't know who you are.
True.
If they're doing they see the guys from the foreign press, or he's from a guy, some small paper in Florida, or he's from Canada or Mexico, whatever. They might have any idea who you are,
right?
So, or me or anybody. They all know the movie stars, but I should have done it. I know why I didn't do it, and that's why I'm mad at myself. It's just this stupid thing, like you don't belong there, and it's like the woman asked me when I came in, "Do you want to?" And it's just a childish no, it's okay. I'm good this time. It's fucking. But it's not to be a dick.
You know what? You'll walk the red carpet next time. That's how this works.
I've been making myself do it.
Yeah.
It's terribly embarrassing. Terribly embarrassing. I hate having my photo taken.
Yeah.
Even if it was a Jim Norton event, I'd be like, look, just put up my headshots and take shots of that.
I want to see this movie, though. It's called Shelter. It's coming out soon, I guess.
I had no desire to see it until I just got invited to this, and I'm really glad I did.
You think they're going to be nominated?
For their acting, yes. And his directing was really great. The cinematography was really great.
No, the movie's getting really good reviews. Is that Spotlight that we saw? I think it's
very good.
I think it's finally hitting theaters because I'm seeing all sorts of commercials now. That they're saying that's the movie of the year. The acting in that was pretty terrific as well.
I think.
Which one did you like better?
The acting in this was pretty hard to beat.
Shelter.
Yeah. Jennifer Connelly was incredible. And, but I also think that, The Big Short was amazing. I'm going to see that again.
Yeah.
The movie about the stock market was great.
Right.
Christian Bale and fucking Steve Carell.
Christian Bale always gives a good performance.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
So I want to go see that, once more when it comes out.
All right. When is our presidential candidate showing up there, Travis?
Oh, less than an hour.
Should we get a buffet going or something special for
You
this
don't
person?
have one already?
This is a last-minute booking. I didn't realize we were getting one of the presidential candidates today. Very exciting. It's not going to be Trump, unfortunately. I can say that much.
Nah, this guy's more energetic than Trump.
Yeah, Trump who after this?
Well, let me tell you something about fucking Donald Trump. We've taken his phone calls for 10 years on this show, and he's blown us off so far. He pretty much talks to he'll talk to a fucking wall. He'll tell a wall how great he is, but he still won't call our radio show. I put out a couple of requests, like, what's going on? We've talked to him a million times.
Yeah.
A million times. Every time he had some kind of a project, he has called in. And then he talks about how terrific we are, and then we feel good about ourselves, but this fucking Trump has blown us off so far. We got to get the word out. What's going on with this? You don't care?
I'm not going to care less. What's he going to say to us? He doesn't know who we are. He knows us as just one show on the list.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are great. He doesn't really know who we are. And he would just give the same...
Wait, when he says how terrific we are, you don't think he really knows how terrific we are?
I wouldn't believe it if he was sitting next to me.
he's
he's a smart guy.
He's brilliant in that way, though. He makes everyone feel really good about themselves.
That's what Don King
his
does.
thing. Huh?
That's what Don King does.
Yeah, absolutely. Don King was the same way. You know what? At this point, it doesn't really matter if we talk to Donald Trump. It would have been exciting a few months ago when it was sort of all revving up.
Unraveling, unrolling.
Unrolling, right.
But we're not going to get any exclusive. He's not a dumb guy. He's not going to say anything he doesn't want to say.
Well, he was making fun of Hillary's hair yesterday, and now I guess that's a problem. They're trying to figure out if that's sexist or not. Everyone makes fun of Donald Trump's hair, so I think it's okay if Donald Trump makes fun of another candidate's hair. What's the problem with this one?
I think the fact that she's 68 and she's trying to look like she's 40, that's got to be a wig. Why is that not a wig?
You think that's a wig?
Yeah.
Or just a good dye job?
I think it's a wig.
I think that's her real hair. You think that's just a wig?
Yeah.
Now let's listen to the Trump clip.
Democrats. Now, Hillary Clinton, honestly, I don't know what her appeal is at all. Do you?
Well, she has a new hairdo. Did you notice that today?
That's called a wig.
Is that a wig?
I think it's a wig, nothing personal. Look, I'm not against wigs. People can wear whatever.
Oh, but you pause this?
I'm not against. No one thinks you're against wigs.
Well, you have the balls to say, I think it's a wig and it looks terrible. Just commit to it. Yeah. Go.
No, I tell you what, it really was shocking to see it because you're right. It was massive. Her hair became massive.
You know you're going to get in trouble now.
I don't care.
Okay.
But I don't care. But no, because I'm a person that tells the truth. It was interesting to see, but I've never seen Hillary with that hairdo. I think that's an okay thing to say. But it was very different, wasn't it? Did you like it?
Don't get me in trouble now.
Oh, God. Don't get me in trouble now. Who was that?
Is that Mark Levin?
Mark Levin.
Mark Levin. Is this the picture of the new hairdo? Because that looks pretty much like...
looks like a football helmet in 1920.
Yeah. It pretty much looks like her old hair, though. Supposedly the one Donald Trump's talking about was a bit poofier than that. There was a lot going on.
This is no story.
No, it's not. But it looks like a fucking wig.
Yes.
And there's something embarrassing about the president wearing a wig. Just stop it. Fucking cut it out.
When did they stop?
I mean,
you got to go with those powdered wigs, right? So
back when it was the fashion.
Oh my God, that's a wig.
Yeah.
This is on the Drudge Report. Well, I mean, it's not fair because they get a picture of Hillary where all her hair is pulled back, and then they show a very poofy hairdo to the right as the comparison of her hairdos. But that looks like a wig. That's way too big. Absolutely.
It looks stupid. It doesn't fit her head right.
No, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
It looks like a print ad for wigs.
Yeah. Let's go to Bobby in Ohio. Bobby!
What's up, Opie? Hey, man, the suspense is killing me. I got to know, is it Democrat or Republican? I need a hint.
Travis, should we give it away if it's a Democrat or a Republican
Oh, well,
presidential candidate?
They'll narrow it down too much.
Killing me.
Possibly neither.
I think we want everyone to stay tuned to the show, and if we announce announce the person or announce if it's a Democrat or a Republican, we're going to lose some listeners. So we might as well keep everyone
fucking
guessing.
Kanye West, I quit, man. Don't.
It's not Kanye West. He's a joke. This guy is a legit presidential candidate.
Awesome, man. Hey, have a good one, guys.
All right, man.
Too.
Everybody wants to know.
Yeah, I don't want my fucking president putting on a hair hat.
No,
No.
that's really
Go
funny.
out with whatever hair you have. You're representing the country. I'm not concerned about your stupid hairdo.
But she could have different wigs depending on what she's doing that day.
It's just off. That look on the right is fucking horrendous.
It's on TV. That's the hair moving now. They got a clip on Fox News. Yeah, that's got to be a wig.
68 years old, and she wants to, you're not Tatum O'Neal. What are you doing? Stop it. Fucking.
Wait a minute.
That's funny. I thought her regular hair looked just good enough.
She's fine. If you're an older woman, you have your hair pulled back like that, fine.
I think it's going to be Rubio for the Republicans. Oof. I think it's going to be Rubio.
Maybe. Oof. Go down. Let me see that picture again. Oof.
You think that's a wig or her regular hair?
I'm looking at her face.
They call it the most amazing hair in the world.
She's a much older woman.
Yeah, she's definitely getting up there now.
Yeah.
All right. Who was the last president that had a wig? You got to go way back for that one.
Yeah, it's before Lincoln.
Let's say hi to Mike in New York. Mikey.
Hey, you beautiful, sexy bastard! How are you?
We're doing good, Mike.
Oh man, I'm so happy to talk to you. Listen, you got to play back when Sherrod Small's on the show. When Jim Norton gives one of his singers, many singers. First of all, I think Jim Norton's the fucking best comedian ever.
He's the man.
Thank you very much, sir.
Man, I adore you. And listen to Sherrod Small after Jim Norton. Play back some of the singers that Jim Norton says, and you hear Sherrod Small laugh, but then after he laughs, he goes like this. I'm praying that he has a fucking stroke or a fucking cardiac arrest on his show.
Wait, who laughs like that?
I never noticed Sherrod doing that. Do you not like Sherrod, or do you just like the idea of somebody dying on the radio?
No. I love Sherrod. I love that chick. I just want it. It'd be great. It'd be great fucking advertisement that Jim Norton's the best comedian ever. His fellow comedian has a fucking massive stroke.
You know what?
Oh, that would be huge for Jim Norton's career.
Jim Norton needs that in his career. What I do need is a person. Look, if I remember joking with somebody and they start choking, I'm at a point in my career where I just don't help them.
Yeah.
I'm almost hoping, like, look, if they die, it's good for me. Hi, Vic Henley.
Good morning, Vic Henley.
How are you, buddy?
Good, pal.
Hey, did you also wanted to talk about the colleges?
Me?
Mikey.
Oh, sorry.
Mike. Oh, now he's listening to himself. It says the only reason I took that phone call was to set up the fact that the colleges are going a little nuts.
Yeah.
And Mike said he wanted to talk about the colleges, but he didn't. He blew off that part of his phone call.
It's like somebody disrupted nap time. It's literally like somebody took the cookies away from nap time, and they were all running around yelling.
And what's going on in Missouri now? They're starting to say that maybe a lot of this stuff didn't even happen, right?
The conservative blogs are now saying, where's the proof that any of these racial events happened?
And they don't have the proof yet.
I don't know. Someone said they would have taken a picture of a swastika made out of shit.
Yeah.
But I know that there was... somebody would have snapped a photo.
Man, I'm from Alabama, and that's good.
Yeah, that's
Do you remember when that was just
I've
good?
heard some hateful things.
You do remember when that was just good
fun?
Good college fun?
Tuesday? Just
swastika
Tuesday.
made of shit.
Just Tuesday.
That's actually the name of my new CD.
There was a time you would do stuff like that. It was good, clean fun, and no one thought that you were for the cause. But supposedly there's a shit swastika that no one took a picture of, and everyone has a phone.
I know.
And
I can't believe. I agree.
And everyone's looking for that picture or that video that's going to give them a little viral attention, and no one takes the picture. The picture has not shown up yet.
By the way, the two kids did get arrested.
Yeah. For
making threats on Yik Yak. It's that. I've never been on it, but it's apparently really a popular social media site, which would explain why I'm not on it. And they were sending stuff about where I'm going to stand my ground tomorrow and shoot every black person I see. You know, we're waiting for you in the parking lots. We will kill you.
That's great.
There was a couple of them.
Yeah.
And they arrested these. I'm guessing they were both white kids and they were both 19.
Yeah.
Both students, but not near the campus. So that's, I love the fact that these little scumbags thought they could hide under these fake names, and they were able to
and they got
nail them.
What is Yik Yak, though?
It's an anonymous messaging app.
Yeah.
That I think it's tied by your location.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you can't post something saying that you're in Missouri because you can only post from New York.
Right.
And I think that he made the same comments on Reddit, and they connected the two accounts and then figured out who he was.
Okay.
Well, I'm just like Norton. I'm glad you can't hide in cyber with your bullshit.
Oh, you can hide in
You're
cyber.
dumb. Well, they couldn't. These
You
guys
can,
couldn't.
but
Go check
not
your,
as well.
Go check your Twitter. They can hide in the cyber.
Yeah.
Well, these guys could.
They have dug in.
I'm glad these guys couldn't.
Yeah, but not good. If you want to go out and just threaten, you want to make a legitimate threat in a public space that you're going to shoot people in a parking lot, show your face.
Sure.
And now forever you'll have to have that attached to you because you're dumb.
But I don't know what's going on with the University of Missouri, but it's getting a little strange because they're not
letting the press on campus, or are they?
Well, yeah, we did that whole
restricting
thing.
something?
Well, there's safe spaces now.
Oh, all right, okay.
Can you imagine going through your growing up period with safe spaces?
No,
we didn't have safe spaces
no,
ever.
We did not. We had all we had was danger. Walk out the door.
Yes, that's all we had.
Walk out the door, nothing but death and opportunity for death. But
let's be honest.
But have a good time. See you at 5.
It started with those damn car seats.
We all turned out mediocre. Maybe there's something to be said for safe spaces.
Norton takes it back to the middle.
I believe it started with the car seats. When we were growing up, no car seats.
No seat belts.
No seat belts and no car seats. And that wasn't good enough. Then we had to keep going with that stuff to the point where we developed safe spaces.
Oh, my buddy's little girl who's about to turn 16 is still in that started hating her mom like they all do when they're 12 anyway phase.
Yeah.
And she was just tiny and short, but she was 12. But the mom was such a stickler about the car seat requirement, she would still make her ride in it because she was not 5 feet tall, 100 pounds yet. When she was like 12, and she's still mad about it 4 years later.
She was in a booster seat?
Yes.
At 12?
Infuriating. Well, to your point, this controlling, weird ass shit.
Wait, was she the oldest kid?
Yeah, the only child.
Oh, the overprotected.
The only one.
I was like that for a while. When I was 7. Mother and father were a little strict.
My crazy friend Norton that I've told you about that I've known since I was 5. Who's one of the baddest men on the planet, other than this other Norton.
That's right. I can really throw down. I'm good in a fist fight.
Who's the baddest Norton?
The other Norton.
The
other Norton.
The other
is
Norton
insane.
has this Norton beat.
Oh, the other Norton would wad him up into a ball and put him in a McDonald's box.
So would Ed Norton. First time I've ever done a Norton joke.
True. But same thing until he was 7 or 8. When I first met him, he was a tiny guy. He was a little fella. He was only in the 8th grade. He only weighed like 80 pounds. We were on the wrestling team, and he weighed like 85 pounds. But he had the nose plugs at the pool and the weird bathing suit and the earplugs and stuff. And then all of a sudden, bam! When puberty hit him, then he turned into this Norton with muscles.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Midgets. They're now called little people,
right?
How long do they sit in car seats?
Forever, according to this mom. If we're sticking with this,
do they sit in car seats until they're officially able to drive themselves?
Having driven, I had a little person drive me to a gig in Jersey in the middle of a blizzard on the turnpike because the opener quit and he was the only guy we could get to drive. Nick Nowitzki, you know Nick Nowitzki. I thought he's been in here before.
Why'd the opener quit?
Because it was a blizzard, and he didn't think they were going to have the show.
That, right.
And, just some horrible Camacho gig or something.
Wow.
And me and
Just recently?
Oh, shit, 5-6 years ago, something like that. Dustin Chafin was living with the little dude. And he's like, the little dude will drive us. He's always looking for a gig.
I like Dustin. It's funny.
Are you saying little people shouldn't be driving? Is that what
Hey, I made it there safely and back. So you're combining the craziness of just driving in the goddamn state of New Jersey, which is hard enough as it is, on a sheet of ice with a little person with those hand controls and the whole thing.
And the foot pedals?
Yeah, every bit of it.
They have to install?
And his mom on speaker yelling at him for doing it because she's overprotective mom.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know this, but what happens is, and this is true, if there's a midget driving you in a blizzard, colorful flowers appear as you pass. It's a really powerful thing in nature. It's a really joyous thing.
Poppies,
yes.
They turn yellow?
Yes. Like you have sunshine following it.
But Missouri, so they can't prove a lot of this stuff yet. And then it turns out the kid that is on the hunger strike is from an incredibly wealthy family.
$20 million his family's worth. His father works like a railroad or something, right?
Yeah.
Because what is he trying to say that he's what?
It's just about white privilege.
Yeah.
And apparently he doesn't have any privilege with a $20 million family. But because he's rich doesn't mean that
hunger strike figure from
he's wrong.
But
it does.
Can we play Temple of the Dog Hunger Track?
We can do that. Yeah.
We do the Pete Falcone.
Yeah.
I think he said that he was a victim of, somebody called him something.
Oh no!
So he went on a hunger strike.
Why don't you just? But he's on a hunger strike because somebody called him a name.
I think so.
Is that even black kids are doing this? Jesus, you were the last sane ones. The fucking white kids were the ones doing all this fucking fake shit.
That's not what you do when someone calls you a name?
Unless they call me a fat pig, then I do. They call me E-Rock. Sorry, E-Rock.
God, we all would have been starving growing up.
Oh man, no kidding.
We would have had to go on hunger strikes every other week.
I was the fat kid. I could have used some more name. I needed more name calling. That's what I needed. Was more name calling.
Is that all that's about? He was called a name and then went on a hunger strike?
Wait, what's it say again? What's that headline say? Meet the man whose hunger strike flipped the script at Mizzou.
Mizzou. Jonathan Butler has often said the protests at the University of Missouri are not about him. It's hard to imagine, however, they're having had the same impact had he not chosen to start a hunger strike. We should have played hunger strike today, Travis, demanding the removal of Missouri University System President Tim Wolf. Bowing to the pressure, Wolf stepped down.
Hunger strikes are always go fuck yourself. That's the easiest one. He's not eating. All right, cool. Can I have his food? Don't.
He ended his week-long hunger strike.
Ah, thank God. I hope he's okay.
7 days. That's a cleanse in these days. That's now called a cleanse, by the way.
You think he was getting a lot of attention?
Oh,
they were checking on him a lot.
You're so brave.
Making sure he's okay.
Worried about the feeding tube. We're going to have to hold him down.
You think they were giving him a little water and stuff, just a little bit?
Did mother and father send you anything? No care packages this time. I'm going to do it. I'm hungry. Fuck you.
Look, I mean,
Will you read what I just highlighted, please?
Butler updated his will and signed a do not resuscitate order. He left instructions of what he wanted to be done in the case of, say, a seizure or a coma.
He wanted to die for this cause.
What an
He lasted a week.
Yeah, you don't do that till about day 40. If you don't go to the will till you really do at least pass out
do you
one
think he was
time.
looking for a little attention?
You think he was overreacting?
Yeah, I think that what happens is when you come from a $20 million family and things are so great, you want to finally feel like you've done something.
I don't know many college kids who have a will.
No, I don't
That's
either.
what I'm saying. You're part of this. This is this overindulged, super sweet 16 generation bullshit.
Yeah, he had to have a will because he's probably worth millions
$20
already.
million.
That's true. He probably has a couple of those millions in his bank account already.
Do not resuscitate Mom and Dad.
What would been?
I'll show you.
What would have been in young Jim Norton's college will?
The exact same thing is his. I was the same melodramatic fruit. I would have done the same thing he did. Notice me.
It would have been.
I'm hungry, but I'm not going to eat because I care.
What about you?
It would have been Kiss posters for Jim Norton.
Kiss posters.
Yes, it would have.
It would have been, what else? It would have been comic books, probably,
I
before he
was my
sold them
Black
for
Sabbath
drugs.
stuff.
It was
Nice.
Black Sabbath stuff. For me, I had nothing.
Yeah, I had some stop signs.
I don't even
that
know what I had
stolen
in
from my
18,
hometown,
19.
and it was a Led Zeppelin tapestry. I had a big Led Zeppelin
all right.
tapestry.
You're going to want to put that in your will.
That would have been my coup de grace.
I just imagine that he was getting a lot of attention. They were probably like lining up outside his tent to make sure he's okay.
You okay? The girls were checking on him.
yeah.
Hey, are you okay?
Man.
Yeah, I'm fine. Doing okay, man, for the cause.
Hanging in.
It's not about me, man.
I would guarantee that he was sneaking bites when no one was around. Just
If he's
few
in a
bites.
tent, especially if he's in a tent.
Maybe one of those Snickers bars
Like
they talk
camp.
about.
It's like camp.
When there's nothing else around, you have a Snickers, right, for energy or something.
Break me off a piece of
Did
that
you hear
Kit
he's
Kat
on a
bar.
hunger strike? Are you on a hunger strike? That's right.
Ugh.
That's right, I am. He probably sat there, he's very serious. Yes, I am.
You think there was some me going on there?
Oh, my God. Fucking suburban white woman he sounds like. He'd probably walk around campus weak and slow.
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah, I'm good. You don't sound good. No, I'm all right. It's been about a week.
A week since what?
A W-E-A-K. Since I ate. I haven't eaten in a week. W-E-A-K.
He's an English major.
Why aren't you eating?
Because the cause, there's too much racism. I'm not going to eat until racism's over. You want something to eat? No can do. How much your family worth? $20 million.
20 billion.
20 million.
It says
the companies.
Yeah, the companies that they're in charge of have generate 20 billion annually. Every year, 20 billion.
It's another fucking rich kid trying to act like he's, shut up.
You know what? I was walking around New York yesterday bummed out about this whole thing. Because I don't get it. And this is taking over the youth of America. They're all about this.
Look at me, I need something.
They're all
whether
about
it's fake or not,
this.
whether it's fake or not. Moo, 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 whiny, 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 look at me,
We just
I'm
grew up
sensitive.
so differently, and maybe I'm showing my age now, but I don't get it. Because this isn't an isolated incident. It's happening on a bunch of campuses. Don't we have a video today, a new one or something?
I think we've always, though, I think the thing is the perspective changes. Like, we're not, the cause is different, but I was the same. Like,
what were our causes? Sorry to interrupt.
Whatever it was. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I was the same. It was about, it was about race and stuff, but things were a little worse back then. So our argument might have felt slightly more legit.
Yeah.
And now the argument has shifted more to language because things are different, and you can't just come out and go, a black and a white woman. It still exists, though. So there's something to argue about, but
college was all about finding that edgy stuff, and no one was offended by anything when I was on a college campus. We all were about mustaches, mullets, and finding the next keg party.
People were streaking. And when my brother, in 1974.
Oh, you're older than us.
Well, no, I'm not.
You're older than us if you remember streaking.
Well, because my brother at school knew everybody was going to streak, and him and all of his buddies, they decided that if everybody was going to go streaking that there would need to be a whole bunch of other cars to pick up the naked people on the other side of the area that they were going to run across naked. And he went down there and parked his car and ended up driving like 5 naked women back to their dorm that night.
But we're no different than they were. We're really not. We're no different.
I don't want to.
They went streaking, and this fucker does a fake hunger strike and sits in his tent. That was look at me. Went from I'm running naked outside too.
I'm with Jimmy. We were no different, but it, it's just I can't relate to this. It's so weird to me.
To the cause, I can't, and it's like the older you get, the more you don't the more you see through, the more you see through the fakeness. Just as you become but I have to. I was a fucking fake little twat too.
I just wish we could. I just wish I could remember what our causes were back then. I just don't remember anything over the top like this stuff.
If a guy, it's like they're going to, it's like when you turn 18, 19, your whole thing is fuck your parents, the system stinks, I'm striking out on my own, I'm changing everything. So it's like if things are pretty good, you gotta, the causes aren't as obvious that you can fight against.
Do you think this generation really is about, fuck the parents still?
Sure.
Because they were so coddled by their parents. I wonder if they.
Yeah, I don't know if they're as edgy as that.
I wonder if they do still. They have that attitude like we did when it was time to move on, and your parents didn't know shit. You thought for a while there.
But look at how the '60s students were coddled by their World War II parents, and look at how this group was coddled by the 1960s parents. It's just shit rolling downhill. It's the same argument every 18 years or 15 years.
Then what's their modern day version of rock and roll or their modern day version of hip hop? If generationally there's always something that you go straight to musically that your parents hate and despise.
That's exactly it.
Well, then what are they listening to? If it was rock and roll and then it switched over to hip hop, still hip hop.
It's all hip hop.
All right, so some of these whiners are really cranking down to some Mac Miller.
Well, we got another video. Where's this one from, Eric?
This is from Claremont, California. This is a similar protest about the Yale situation, the Missouri situation, and this woman is talking about racism.
All right, let's play a little of this.
I was walking with 3 of my friends from both China and Taiwan, and suddenly, when we were walking, the green light was on, and when we were crossing the crosswalk, there is a car just rushed through us, driven by an African American, shouting that go back to your home, like go back from where you are from. Something like that. I don't remember exactly. And then a car, a white lady just parked right by us and said, "Are you okay? Are you hurt of anything?" We're not hurt. It's just shocked and scared of our safety. And this white lady kindly asked, can I call the police? Can I do anything for you? We were like, it's okay. Thank you very much for your care. The point I'm making here is that we should not distinguish people by their race or gender or anything.
Can you pause? This is a pro-white lady rally, and I like it. I like this pro-white lady rally.
See a lot of those.
The black men yelled at me. Although it's funny, when me and Colin Quinn had our dinner date last month, we were crossing the street, and I saw an old Asian driver standing there in a van full of like it was like an SUV with some white guys like being driven around.
Yeah.
And they yelled like, I forget what they yelled at the Asian guy crossing the street, but it was something like, oh no! I literally, in this, they went old school. I was really shocked. Like,
that's
wow,
old school.
You don't expect to hear that out the window.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Dude, these were not 19-year-old guys. These were like guys who were like 30. Like, what are you doing?
That's why they went old school.
That's uncomfortable.
It was just uncomfortable.
That's uncomfortable.
What the fuck are you doing?
They went all in. But all right, so what's
this
going
clip
on
is
here?
This clip is about to get uncomfortable.
All right.
Real party. That is not enough.
Hold on a second.
So far, she's making a bunch of good points.
But I would never join a rally like this.
I was too shy or drunk or trying to get laid or skipping a class
a lot
or
of those
something.
Students.
You know,
just not the ones we see. There was those people probably on your campus.
Yeah.
You just weren't one of them. But these are all, it's embarrassing and it's douchey, but it'll be these people in 15, 20 years will be saying the same thing about a video they're watching of somebody protesting something so mild and banal. And one time, because we'll have probably some kind of a little bit closer based thought technology, and when I walked by, the aura on his phone turned red, and I felt like he didn't like me. Why did it turn red? It's supposed to be green when I'm in a good mood.
The aura.
And because the phone will turn green when someone's happy. And one time I pushed the automatic drive button, and I felt like the driver next to me took over manually, and it was because he didn't trust me because I was Asian. He didn't trust my car. That's the arguments I'll be having.
Let's be honest, words hurt. They just hurt now.
Well, they used to not as much.
Well, we had the famous sticks and stones thing, but that's all bullshit.
I'm more with Lenny
Now
Bruce.
It's all about the words do hurt.
I'm more with Lenny Bruce. And
we've all been called shitty things. It's not fun.
That's true. We're all neurotic and we're all in pain as adults for being called faggot when we were kids.
Probably. So maybe this is a good thing.
There is a point to it. We were all called like fucking horrible names when we were a kid, and we hate it. We have low self-esteem. We're all in therapy. We're either alcoholics or drug addicts or depressed.
That's why. That's why. That's why I was walking around yesterday trying to wrap my head around this a little bit because it's happening so much. I'm like, what is this? Like, we just were brought up differently where you were called shitty things that hurt a little bit, and then you moved on, and then you figured out, all right, I'll get back at somebody else and call them a shitty thing.
Well, I think the way your parents wanted to coddle you were more about giving you better stuff and bigger opportunity, more than the coddling. Instead of a personal kind of a coddling, it was more about if I can fix it where he doesn't have to work as hard as I do or get it a little bit better, have a better chance in education. That's where they went. So they weren't all in the huggy touchy feely because they were too busy with trying to just really make it better for you, maybe financially or another.
But by the time these guys hit the working world, you think the working world will be like this as well? Because the argument is, look, you're in for a rude awakening.
You're going to get steamrolled in a...
when you would go for a job after college and realize there's no safe space and people aren't coddling you, they are going to give the job to the best person. And they don't give a fuck if they hurt your feelings.
But the whole culture changes, too. Like, it's different in offices than it used to be. You've seen the corporate environment here. The whole thing...
It's getting different. You're right.
It's just changing, man. And it's...
Stangles show up.
Yes, they do. Thank God. Where's the other one
of them showed up.
I've never seen you guys without each other.
Yeah, you're going to be all right today?
Right.
Be all right.
You'll be all right.
You're like a little...
good.
You're like local boy makes good.
Somebody separated the bunkers finally.
So this is just, it's embarrassing and I hate it, but I know what it is because I remember sitting there thinking my dad didn't understand me.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't. Like, why is my son a fruit? But, they all have their issues with their kids.
Vic, why is he putting that in his mouth?
Vic, I said this yesterday. I think this all started changing when they changed the drinking age. Because when we were 18, 19 in college, we were drinking our fucking faces off.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you weren't bored. You didn't have downtime and just wandering around.
No, you got out of the house and you had freedom and liquor.
There was always a party, happy hour going on.
Yeah, of course.
I wonder if that has something to do with this for real.
I'll tell you what it's got something to do with, I think, is the fact that there have been a rash of school shootings in the last 15 or 20 years. And it's like all these people that are like, hey, toughen up when I was your age.
Right.
Okay, this is how a lot of these fucking kids are reacting who are treated like shit. Mm-hmm. So while you're saying, hey, a little bullying is good for you, don't be surprised when once in a while they show up with a fucking rifle. That's handling bullying.
That's why
when you show up with a rifle and you open fire on everybody, you're handling being bullied. So if you're happy with that, then let it continue.
Like I said, I thought about this all day because there's too much of this going on, so I'm trying to figure it out where this actually is coming from.
That's part of it, I think, is the fact that, you know, it was like people just like, you know, you look at Dylan and Eric, and look, maybe they had other shit going on too, of course, but enough students have done it, and none of them tend to be the happy jock or the kid who's rich or the kid who's doing wonderful. They're usually the ones who are kind of treated like shit.
But those are the ones that have taken over the world, too, so they've had a lot of great opportunities in the last
Nerds, maybe,
20, 30 years.
Nerds, but I don't know about abused people.
Right.
Nerds, but I don't know about ones that get beaten and get, like, you know...
But it also seems a lot of those kids came from very dark families.
We had the rare, I remember 11th, 12th grade, and this one dude was really bullying this other guy. And then the other guy accidentally, or whether or not on purpose or not, dropped his I will kill list one day. And it was just but it was everything that he had written down. And the bully, we all found it and gave it to the bully. And he didn't know at that point that it was really that bad, that he was really being that shitty to the guy and ruining his life. Right. To the point that he wrote, I will kill these 9 people list. And then everybody had to and even in Hillbilly Land at that moment, we did sort of solve it. The bully felt bad and went back to the dude and apologized for the whole thing.
And that worked out.
And that worked out. And that was
sometimes
the end of
a good kill list, I think. Sometimes a good kill list might fucking alert people instead of expelling kids with a kill list.
It worked out that well.
We'll straighten everyone out, you think?
Yeah, I think a good kill list what that's called is people have been put on notice. You've been put on notice that if this malarkey doesn't stop, this list that I do air quotes dropped is going to come to fruition. So you're lucky I have a list.
The other thing to add to this discussion, bullying has never been worse, but now it's online.
Yeah.
And a lot of these college kids are all guilty of doing just that. So they're walking around these campuses like, oh, words heard. You know, the African American said some shitty things to me, blah, blah, blah. And then a lot of these kids are online bullying the fuck out of each other.
Well, because they can hide. There's more hiding now. It makes it even an extra layer of shittiness.
Basically, what I'm saying, but they're not being honest with themselves because they know damn well as soon as they get home and they have an anonymous account and they could go hog wild.
Yeah.
So this clip's going to get bad right here?
Yeah, she's about to step in it.
All right, let's hear.
A white lady just parked right by us and say, "Are you okay? Are you hurt of anything?" We're not hurt. It's just shocked and scared of our safety. And this white lady kindly asked, can I call the police? Can I do anything for you? We were like, it's okay. Thank you very much for your care. The point I'm making here is that we should not distinguish people by their race or gender or anything. Black people can be racist. White people, sorry. Oh no. I will drag this time.
Why is she stopping her from talking? Black girl stepped in.
She said black people can be racist.
A black girl stepped in. Of course they can against Asians. Yeah, a black girl stepped in.
Right, but that's what they're groaning about, that she shouldn't be allowed to say that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that black people, really?
A black girl just walked in, and she's oh.
Everyone's racist.
You ask
everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Ask any Korean or Asian deli owner in a black neighborhood if they've ever experienced racism. But they'll all say yeah.
Yeah.
And black people, I think, not college students, but most black people would acknowledge that. Like, yeah, it goes on.
Wait, so they couldn't handle that, and they were now wanted to stop her? Is she in a safe space?
I hope so.
Is this girl going to be okay?
No,
I'm worried.
She's stammering, and that's it. She's done.
Well, she's not in a safe space, though.
No.
So she could get her teeth knocked out?
Oh, no.
Oh, this is not a safe space.
Oh, no.
So the black girl stops her because she said black people could be racist?
No, she started stopping her, and then the woman said black people.
But so why was she stopping her at all?
Because
maybe she was rambling.
Yeah,
the
reason we were going to bail on the clip.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Oh, but they're all laughing at her now, like, "Oh, you're stupid if you think black people could be racist."
They're like, "You had us and you lost us."
I don't like the solemn faces on all these college students. Why is nobody making fart sounds?
Yeah, there was always one guy.
Dude, a quiet area like that where somebody's being heartfelt, how do you not say something obnoxious? How do you not? How do you resist?
It's not a risk community college.
But dude,
four-year college would have done that.
As a person, I couldn't do that. Like, or, like, how do you resist that moment of quiet, getting some attention? I could never resist that. I was always jumping in the fireman's boots when I'd go to see the fireman.
Yay!
I didn't know how to behave.
Yay! There's bigger issues facing college kids, too, like maybe getting a job. Most of these college educations are worth nothing. They're not getting jobs after they graduate.
Yeah, apparently Enterprise rental cars are the only people that's hiring college graduates.
That's about it.
Well, they got a whole bunch of campaign running that say that. That's
what happens with the rest of this clip. I'm concerned for her safety.
It's 20 minutes long.
I just want to see another few seconds.
All right, let's see what
Black
happens.
girl steps in and kind of shushes her quietly.
Yeah.
I took it back a few steps here.
Thank
so we
God.
can watch her get interrupted again.
All right.
And listen.
People can be racist. White people, sorry. Oh no. I will make this. I will drag this out.
They're saying let her finish.
Sorry. I just mean that we have to look people individually. There's prejudice with power.
There's the prejudice with power. Hold on, prejudice with power. A black girl said.
Yeah.
So that explains why cars with black people in it yelled "Go home" to Asians. That has something to do with economic power. I don't understand.
I don't either.
yeah, I'm lost.
And this girl doesn't sound like she's a born citizen.
Right.
She sounds like she is coming here.
Right.
So in that situation, wouldn't I imagine that the U.S. citizen has more? Why am I lying?
Why are you holding this?
Childish
I got a lot of questions.
asshole excuse this girl said. Why am I?
Let's go ahead.
Well, sorry, maybe I don't articulate myself good enough. There are good people, and there are people who are not that embracing to other cultures, who may not live up to standards of proper behaviors. But we have to look through hearts. We have to look into this person and see what she or he really is. Look from the heart, the action, not the race.
Oh, they took the megaphone away from her. That's not good.
I want to bring it back to what Jesse said.
Yeah, so they were done listening to her as soon as she said the comment about black people.
What is it?
Although they did say let her finish. People did say let her
I
finish.
think they want her to hang herself.
Why are they getting together?
Oh.
And taking turns.
I don't know, but it's nice.
What are they? What's going on here?
She had the megaphone and didn't use it, and then the next dude, he went right to the megaphone.
Yeah, no, she was really, I don't blame him for shutting her up. It was just,
She was babbling.
That was a dumb story. Oh, they yelled at us, and the white lady, that overreacting white lady.
Yeah.
Then someone yells at her, and the fucking panicky fucking awful cracker pulls over the fucking Opie. Oh, God, do you want me to call the police? Are you injured? Did their words bounce off of your nipples and knock them to the ground? Fucking busybody, good, do gooder, busybody. What the fuck? I'd like to take that panicking white lady and bounce her fucking teeth off the hood. Shut up. Go home, you! Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? I see that you look like you've been yelled at. Were your eardrums broken? But is the woman that yelled at us, the black man. Oh my God, do you want me to take you to the emergency room? Did your cunt fall out? They said something unpleasant. Is your cunt on the yellow line? Should we scoop it up and take you to the hospital? Your cunt fell out? Shut up. I hate that panicking white lady more than anyone in this story. I don't like the racist black guys. I don't mind the Asian girl who got yelled at. The panicking fucking white lady makes me ill.
That's the thing that bothers you.
She's the worst thing in this story.
You switched over because earlier you were happy that it was a pro-white lady rally.
I liked her rallying for the white lady because I think the goodness of white people is overlooked lately. But I think I've turned heel, and I fucking like this Asian girl. And my second favorite people are the racist black people. My least favorite is that fucking do-gooder, fucking privileged old white bag. She's probably a fucking, she probably felt guilty about shit in her own life, and she was trying to make up for it.
Sure. Oh, I agree.
She probably comes from a long line of slavers, and she felt guilty, and she's let me help these fucking.
Oh my God.
That's what it is. That white lady was displaying her racism because she hates blacks, and she saw them talk. She didn't even hear what they said. She's like, oh my God, those darkies talk to you. Are you okay? Oh my God, back in my day, they would have been arrested and perhaps strung up by the neck. Would you like me to take you to the hospital? Did their black words stick to you? Oh my God. The Asian girl thought she was doing good, but she felt bad that black people had been Look up history. There's been a lot of handling of them properly. They should not be talking to you because you're closer to us than they are.
In my day, they weren't even allowed to drive.
Yeah, in my day, they never would have driven by. They would have been walking.
Believe me.
And they would have spoken politely from the other side of the street.
They would have been followed.
Absolutely.
As soon as they left their house.
Don't get me wrong. You wouldn't have been welcome in the neighborhood either, but you wouldn't have gotten chased as far or as angrily.
We would have just just put you in a camp.
Yes, they would have just thrown things out of you, perhaps an internment camp, just to straighten you out and make sure that you weren't behind any of the bombings. But we wouldn't have hung you. Fuck that old white bag. I've turned heel. I hate her.
Manzanar reference.
I hate that old lady.
Manzanar.
All right, we got a black lady. She wants in. Let's say hi to Frankie in Arizona. Frankie.
Hey, you guys. How are you doing?
Hello, Frankie. Oh, we're just having fun. How are you, Frankie?
I am good. I am good.
All right.
You know,
first of all, why the fuck are you listening to this show?
I listen to your guys all the time. I called when that crazy woman was defending Bill Cosby a while ago.
Oh, I kind of remember you. Sure. All right. So what's going on, Frankie?
Okay, so here's my thing. You know, the Black Lives Matter thing, I don't quite agree with it. And like I said, I'm a black female, you know. They rally against white people, and I'm doing air quotes like Cam, being racist, okay? But when our community, our black men are constantly killing each other, I don't see any rallies about that. You know, when are we going to stand up and start educating our black people? And, you know, how do we expect other people to value lives, which it should be a common sense thing to value anyone's life. But how do you expect other people to value you if you diminish your race yourself? I don't understand that.
I hear you loud and clear. I don't understand why Black Lives Matter, they're blowing that part of the whole thing off. You know, blacks killing blacks at an alarming rate.
You're giving the same speech I recently gave uptown through a megaphone. I was walking right through. I say, how do you expect the police to respect you if you don't respect yourself? How do you expect anyone to value your lives when you're killing each other? I mean this in the best way possible.
But it's a wonderful point by Frankie.
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of blow that part of it off for some reason.
They do. They do, and it's sad because there's so much anger, you know, against cops when they're just doing their job, you know. That's all. That's my point, you know. Don't be hypocrites, okay? It's okay for your black son to kill his black neighbor, but when a white man does it, oh, we're all up in arms. It's just, I don't like it, and I just want to voice my opinion on it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Frankie.
Absolutely. Oh, yesterday. Are you guys still there?
Yes.
Yesterday, the funniest line on the show, Opie.
Yeah, finally!
Oh, my gosh. I was crying, laughing, listening to the replay.
What was the line?
What was the line?
Yes.
Don't do that. Remember?
Oh, the Asian.
The guy? Yes.
Did you see this video yet?
No.
Can we play it one more time for Vic Henley before the break?
I did not.
Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate that.
I said don't do that. That's called stolen valor for humor. I steal humor valor.
You're masterful.
Yes, I claim, when other people get a laugh on the radio, I claim it was mine. It's stolen laugh value.
What happened? What happened? I only hit 4 homers a year. Give me my homers.
4 homers a year.
Give me one of my 4, for Pete's sake. You haven't seen this
Raphael Billiard.
I'll get a few singles and doubles in, but
okay.
I'll never lead the league in homers. Have you seen this yet?
No.
Oh, God. I think he's saying, don't do that. So listen for that, but there's so much going on in this clip. Basically, I posted the video of us reacting to this on my YouTube channel. Maybe we could tweet that out today. It's fucking hilarious. But it's on World Star Hip Hop, the original video. It's coworker crushes mechanic when pulling into the bay.
Okay.
All right, watch this.
It's an Otis Redding song.
I knew that. B-side.
Guys with his clipboard, leaning back, nice and casual, waiting for the car to come in.
Wow. Good God.
the Asians walking in.
Yeah, this guy looking.
But they have no reaction or emotion.
None. They just watch this guy get hit by a car.
Wouldn't you be freaking the fuck out if you were the coworkers?
Yeah, they're looking around like.
They're looking around like,
get hit by a car?
I heard some yelling here. What's going on? Oh, God,
Lord.
His fucking Mike Myers hairdo. His perfect, his unmessable hair. That guy's amazing.
His head slams.
Oh,
Christ.
bang.
He gets hit so hard that his head
surprised
slams
there's no blood.
into the hood. I still want to know what happens to this guy. Obviously, some broken bones. He'll be all right in the end.
Yeah, a couple of cuts and bruises. I think he's fine.
I don't know how he didn't get the bloody nose from the face right off the glass.
Might have been his forehead.
You know, okay, right, all right.
His glasses didn't fall off and his hair didn't mess up. He's not a real person. He's made out of rubber.
How is your hair not messy?
Oh, my God. Asian hair is unmessable. Where were you? In a hurricane. You look great.
Oh, we got our presidential candidate on his way up, so we should probably take a break now. Vic Henley. I'm at studio today.
Yeah, I'm at Go Bananas Thanksgiving week. Go Bananas Comedy Club in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me.
25 through 29, 6 shows.
Nice, very cool.
There for the week.
Go see Vic Henley in Cincinnati.
Yes,
I hope we have an audience in Cincinnati.
Well, we'll find out. I'll let you know.
Yeah, please let me know. Jimmy's.
We do. I've done it. I have my pre-sales are still on sale on New Year's Eve in Rhode Island. The Comedy Connection. The pre-sale password is Norton. And Birmingham, Alabama, my first time ever. I got a lot of tweets about this. The Stardome.
You're going to the Stardome. You're going there. Get ready.
My first time. Norton is the password. And also, I'm at Erie this weekend. And I have a couple of more tickets going on sale. I don't know if they're going on. They're going on sale today because my tour is kind of starting up. Fox Theater in the Foxwood Resorts Casino, February 20th. Tickets on sale this morning at 10 a.m. And the Terry Fedor Theater at the Mirage Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's May 27th. Tickets on sale this morning, part at 10 a.m. So that's part of some festivals. So those tickets hopefully will sell very well.
JimNorton.com to make it easy for the people?
Yes, you can get links there.
All right, then. I think that's it.
Yeah, let's eat and make love.
All right. What?
Oh, my fucking eye is tearing.
It's not that sad of a song.
No. I know. But that's why it only got me half right. It's on my left eye. My fucking Afrin wears off, and then the inside. This is where it gets really bad because I've been on it for like 5 or 6 nights.
Yeah.
I only cheer it when Cornell comes in near the end. That's what really gets me, the high part.
I hate literally, if I ever commit suicide, it's going to be by accident. I'm going to be shooting my nose off because I hate it so much. I'm going to miss and hit my brain.
My brother has said something similar before.
Oh, my God.
His sinuses are so bad, he is actually, I remember from my teenage years, he's like, one day they're going to find me with half a face and it ain't going to be suicide just because I'm fucking tired of these goddamn sinuses. It's the sinuses.
And what happens is when you do Afrin for a bunch of days and it starts to wear off, now I'm in the, it's just tingling on the inside, so I'm just tearing constantly.
And it drips a lot. Too.
Oh my
God!
God!
That shit is addicting, right?
Yeah,
It makes you need more. I think
you breathe wonderfully, and then when it wears off, it's like people stuff 2 cocks in your nostrils.
Whoa! I'm going hungry. We never got to the hook of that song.
That's good. I think we did enough. You like this song, Travis?
Love this song.
Yeah.
Temple of the Dog. Come on,
can't go wrong.
And then Chris Cornell comes in and just kills it.
Say Hello to Heaven. Also, the other one.
I love Say Hello to Heaven. All right, we could fade out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
We're starting the show with that tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're playing the whole damn thing. Where's our presidential candidate?
I thought we saw him down in the, he was wandering the building.
We didn't give away the presidential
we did not,
candidate coming in today to talk to us.
Secret Service actually said do not talk about who it is because they don't have enough time to prep the building.
I do have the code name, though. I can tell you the code name.
What is the code name?
Tater.
Oh, God.
It's the code name. To reveal it completely, they've given him the code name Tater. Mogul. Donald Trump is Mogul. Ben Carson is Eli.
Yeah.
And Tater is Tater.
He's here? Is he coming in? Yeah. All right. The presidential candidate is coming in.
Along with
there he is.
The entire team.
There's going to be a whole team?
No.
There you go.
What, your phone is, what's going on, Ron White?
Morning.
Hello, Mr. President.
Hey, how are you? Well,
Wow.
you're a little early.
Well, just get used to it.
You got.
All right, I like the way it sounds, though.
You got a suit on and everything. You're taking this very
jeans
seriously.
on and,
That's jeans? Yeah, I guess
He's
it is
tucked
jeans.
in, though. He's tucked in.
He is tucked in.
A very nice, nicely pressed white shirt.
Thank you.
Suit jacket.
Yes. Well, you know, I got a new image. You know, I'm not going to clean it completely up, but
Yeah, you can't.
yeah, no, right, yeah. It's too late for that. I agree.
Now that you're running for president, they're going to be looking into your past, sir.
Yeah, I know. I realize some things are going to probably pop up.
What's going to pop up, you think? Maybe you could beat them to the story.
Well,
get ahead of it, as they like to say.
Well, you know, the people have asked me to run for president for years, and I've never taken them serious for the obvious reasons. You know, I drink too much, I smoke too much, the lack of formal education, the drugs, the women. The list literally goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
But I was watching not the last debate, Republican debate, but the one before that, and I was just sitting there with my jaw dropped, going, "This is what they came up with. This is it right here. We got Chris Christie, and we got Donald Trump, and we got the very timid Mr. Ben Carson, Carly, and I was just, we got to pick." One of these people is going to have their finger on the button, and I just couldn't believe it. And I thought, you know, I'm as qualified as any of these people. I'm as smart as any of these people. Even though I did get kicked out of the high school in the 11th grade and got a GED, I still stack words for a living, which is really complicated.
Yeah.
And it's way more rare. And also, I'm also an honorary member of Harvard Lampoon, which has the word Harvard right there in it.
That certainly does, in the front of it.
Right. So, you know, I think what you need to do to be a good president is really kind of a general contractor. You don't have to be a lawyer. You have to know a lawyer. You don't have to be an economist. You have to have access to them. And I would have access to all these people. And I can sit and I can look at complex issues and make a sane decision.
Man, I'm starting to think you're kind of taking this seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I'm amazed that this is our best choices for the Republican side. And I'm amazed that they don't have any real choices on the Democratic side as well.
Well, you know, that's why, you
They're
know,
down to three guys.
Well,
two good guys and a gal, but
Three guys.
Three guys, yes.
I think that, quite frankly, I think Mitt will come back in the race. I think Mitt Romney will come in and get Rubio to be his vice president, and then they'll have a legitimate shot at the White House. And you know, it's going to be tough for any Republican to win with this particular lineup. I'm running as an independent, which means I won't be elected. But there's a first time for everything.
Sure.
And I've also, you know, I've never been a straight ticket guy anyway. You know, I believe in a lot of things the Republicans say and Democrats say. So I'm not gonna vote a straight ticket.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at, Ron White.
Yeah.
You're an independent. Momentum is building.
Immigration. Yeah, perfect example. He's married to a Mexican woman.
Right. Here's my stance on immigration.
He's married to a Mexican woman. That's true.
Yeah, she's the first Mexican. That's what she'll be if I'm president. You know, the Republicans have got this amazing idea. They want to build a wall.
Well, Trump.
Well,
Mostly
no,
Trump.
It's not just Trump. It is not just Trump. There's a few of them chiming in on this.
Yeah, but they have other things they think would be, a better way to do it. But
well, okay,
Trump
let's
wants that
address
massive
the wall.
How do you feel
let's
about the
go with
wall, President White?
Here's what the problem is with that wall. Donald Trump has no idea how good the Mexicans are at building tunnels. Do you know where El Chapo is right now? No, you do not. Fuck no, you don't. And those walls were 27 foot high with razor wire around the top of them. Have you ever seen pictures of the tunnel they dug to get him out of there?
Of course.
Nicest goddamn tunnel I've ever seen. It had lights, water fountains, internet. There was a Dairy Queen down there. It was really sharp. And they just hauled him right on out.
They made it so easy for him.
Oh, it was amazing.
They made it as comfortable as possible.
amazing.
Yeah. I would just be happy if my friends built a shitty tunnel.
Oh,
for me.
right, of course.
But it had a track.
No.
It had
Yeah,
a track
no.
for a
No,
motorcycle.
it wasn't elbows and knees. It
or
wasn't
a
elbows.
train
No,
or
he got on the
something.
little Segway thing and rode his ass out.
Amazing.
Right, and basically, they turned the guy in kind of and he's a murdering piece of shit, but they turned him into kind of a folk hero.
That's right.
But, you know, it makes as much sense to build a net between here and Canada to keep the geese out, which I would like to do, by the way. I would. I hate those geese with all my heart. They shit on my golf course. I can't stand them.
I was going to say, only a golfer would say that.
Right. Oh, no, I think other people
there are
hate
other
geese.
reasons, too. There are other reasons,
mostly
too.
golfers, man. Crab Meadow out there in Long Island, fuck the geese.
Yeah, fuck the geese.
Your
That's
ball
right.
ends up in geese poo every single shot. There's
It's
so many
like
geese
building
out
a
there.
net between here and Canada and keep
the geese out.
It is. It's practical. You know, how high do you...
And these tunnels go miles, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They go miles.
They can do anything. There's no way to secure that border with a wall. It's too long. Anybody look at this isn't just the Texas border. This is all the way across New Mexico, Arizona, California, all the way across. I mean, anybody come up with a number on what it's going to cost to build it, and then you got to go deep. I mean, you got to go a mile underground at least to keep from tunneling in. So there's $1 trillion that we could spend on something else.
Most people are saying that you cannot afford to build a wall.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it's a silly endeavor.
The net now, it could just be a series of poles, and then you hoist the net.
Right.
You just hoist the net like after the field goal of the football game.
Go with the field goal technology. Just have people on the border quickly going, I see some geese.
Every time it's migration season, everybody starts pulling.
You don't even need to do that much. What you do is you have a helicopter nearby, and when someone sees geese headed that way, the helicopter takes that part of the net and just flies it up.
I like it.
Yeah,
kind of do the tuna net thing.
This way the net is on the ground most of the time and it won't be damaged.
I like it.
How close have you come to taking a golf club to a goose?
Closer than you think.
I know. I'm with you.
But he's a little afraid of them. So I think that's what's kept him.
They're violent. They don't fucking play those things.
Yeah, the way they cross the street right in front of cars with that weird ass attitude. Yo, bitch, what the fuck you gonna do about it? Walking across.
We're still talking about geese, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or my second wife or geese. A lot of the same things apply.
I was in a movie theater once. I heard two geese quacking. I was so angry.
Right, exactly. So let's break down these candidates. Your competition. First of all, you mentioned Chris Christie. He doesn't even have any traction in this thing. He was in the secondary debate the other night.
The kids' table in the garage Thanksgiving card table debate.
He can't get any traction. No. You got Jeb Bush. I mean, I think a lot of people were hoping that he was going to be
if he would have just walked over and slapped Donald Trump in the face, he would be the next president. But no.
He's too polite. He's too nice.
Yeah, I don't want a wimp president.
He's a weenie.
Yeah,
he's a weenie.
Now, I really can't, and I'm not doing this to bash other people, although I second-handedly do it, I guess. But and I know all of them are uniquely qualified to do something, but it's not be the president. You don't have to be able to build hotels and golf courses. You don't have to be able to run a huge corporation. You don't have to be a brain surgeon because running the government is not brain surgery. And you don't have to do what I do either, which is stack words. What you have to do is be a good listener and smart enough to handle it. So even though people are going to say, well, what about the 11th grade high school education? Well, people are educated in a lot of different ways.
That's right.
And I just didn't fit very well.
Did Lincoln graduate college? Maybe, but did all of them?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Probably not. You just want your voice to be heard, obviously.
There's some things I'd like to say pretty loud, and that I will do.
Did you announce this on AOL last night?
Yes.
Was it taken seriously?
Very.
Really?
Well, probably not by everybody. I mean, just the basic news. Okay, we'd like to say this on some outlets. People are either, or, oh, wow, that's very interesting. Let's get Ron in here. But I don't think...
well, I want to make this point clear, because when you hear that a celebrity is going to run for president, most people go, oh, it's kind of a goof. It's silly.
Right.
But you certainly have a seriousness to this.
Yeah, you know what? I love.
Although you're on TMZ screaming here, I say.
Right. Well,
I'm running for president.
That's what they do at TMZ. They wait till I do something stupid, and then that's the picture that they use forever.
They take a serious candidate and they try to knock him down.
Yes,
that's right. What are they doing to me here?
I don't like it.
Just as I said, you're taking this a little seriously. This pops up on TMZ. Can we play this real fast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bill Burr, come on over. What are you doing? Bill Burr just walked in. You know the guys. Sit down, please.
Right. Jimmy.
Ron White just announced that he's running for president.
I love it.
Thank you.
Let's do it.
There's an endorsement right there.
Let's get another guy in there.
Yeah. We're playing this TMZ clip as you get settled there, Bill.
Okay.
Ron, you're running for president.
I don't know where you heard that. I have no intention.
Oh, it's a
bad no, I am running for president.
How legit is this campaign going to be?
What?
How legit is this campaign going to be?
Oh, it's I mean, a lot of people are waiting for the punchline. There is no punchline. I believe that I'm as qualified as anybody running for president to be president. You don't have to be a brain surgeon,
the clip's going to
run a hotel builder, or run a giant corporation. I stack words for a living, which is way harder than any of those things. And I'm a good listener and a good decision maker. Notice I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over.
Candidates do that. Candidates do that.
Right.
We got your talking points.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we got
it. But the screaming was, there's kind of a, and I will legalize marijuana in this country if I'm elected president. And the reason I'm going to do that is I can explain marijuana to the American people in a way it's never been explained before, because a lot of people believe the propaganda from the 50s and 60s. Marijuana, a weed with roots in hell, was actually a movie produced by the government. One hit of weed, stabbing your family.
Right.
Just hilarious.
Well,
I mean, if you could ever get a copy, right?
Not the worst thing.
You'd have to meet them.
Not the worst thing.
But here's how to explain it to the American people. Get a little closer to your radios right now and turn it up just a little bit. Here it is. Here it comes. Alcohol-related deaths in America last year, 57,412. Marijuana-related deaths in America last year, 2. Shut up! That's what I was doing on there. I was just telling America just to shut up. The argument's over. I just explained it. You lost. I won. It's over with. Marijuana will be legal. And here's what we're going to do.
Wait, only 2 for real?
2.
No, come on.
How those two? I want to know about those two.
They were both children, and they both got into some edibles.
Oh.
But there were like 75 children that died of getting into the Clorox under the sink. So that's got nothing to do. That's just bad parenting. You can't stop that. That's not marijuana even. I wouldn't even call it marijuana. But here's what we're going to do with the money. We're going to tax it. We're going to build a gun. And we're going to build a big gun, and we're going to point it straight at meth. Meth is the most dangerous thing in this country today. Meth will kill more people than ISIS ever will kill in this country. And people just ignore it like it's okay. It's kind of okay. No, it's not. It's killing people every day, and it creates monsters out of what might have been, useful citizens. And it just makes hardened criminals out of people. And here's what we're going to do. And that sounds like, well, how are you going to do that, Ron? That's quite complicated right there. How are you going to attack meth?
Yes.
Here's how you do it. I'm going to offer a $20,000 bounty on any meth lab. You show me where an operating meth lab is with people in it making meth. I'm going to put U.S. troops on the ground in this country. I'm not going to send a 45-year-old cop with his little 6-shooter over there kicking a door and get killed, because that's just, he doesn't want to do it. I don't want him to do it. He's got other things to do, traffic and all that. The old war on drugs was, look, Willie Nelson's asleep in his Mercedes. Go get him. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little different. We're going to put SEALs and Green Beret on the ground. They're going to come over to your trailer, and we're going to give you 2 minutes to give up your meth babies, because they didn't do it. We'll love them and take care of them. Then if you offer 1 millisecond of resistance, we will kill everybody in that trailer, and you won't go to prison. You'll go straight to fucking hell, which is where you should be.
Wow, you hate meth.
Yeah, I know. I'm being a little tough on the meth boys. And
well, you've obviously never met a girl who needed something, what she's willing to do for us. I learned to make meth my friend.
Yeah, meth is great. No, it's great that it's taking out people. The oceans are fished out. Those are less people eating fish. Let them kill each other and kill other people. There's too many people, and human beings aren't that important.
So you think it's a good way to weed out?
No, I think if there was any other species on the planet doing to the planet what we were doing, we would hunt it down and murder all of it.
All of it, right?
Yeah. So I say let them do the meth. I agree with you, though, as far as legalizing weed, because we don't make anything in this country.
Yeah, you got to start back
all
somewhere.
Those Rust Belt factories, you just turn them into giant weed fucking places. right? I'll be on your ticket.
All right,
I can
thank
almost
you.
finish the sentence.
Toledo, Baltimore,
Just
Toledo.
fucking, the Rust Belt.
That's what Toledo, Baltimore. I'm trying to think of everything across the road. Dayton, Toledo, Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, Buffalo, all the way.
Buffalo,
Hey,
Cleveland.
You can't disagree
Vic,
with the
we've all
candidate.
been out there. We know where they are. We know where they are.
Okay. I was just reminding everyone.
It's up and down the Great Lakes. They need help.
That's true.
All
Around the
those
corridor.
factories are
Right.
fucking done. What about the meth deaths? Do you have that? Those numbers?
You know what I did, and it's outrageous, but I can't think of what it was.
I mean, it's
right
a strong
now.
point as far as alcohol versus pot. We all have been saying that for years.
Yeah, I know. And
Alcohol
I know
is
none
way
of this,
worse in this country than marijuana.
with domestic abuse and I drink like a fish. I was hammered last night. I couldn't even believe I got up this
You don't
morning.
want to say that as a candidate. Right. I can't believe I got up this morning. It's not something a candidate says.
I'm not the president right
No,
now.
I know, but you're a candidate. You have to be a good candidate to be a president. The candidate doesn't say, I can't believe, I thought I shit my pants when I fell asleep.
Did I say that?
No, but...
Did I say that?
No, you didn't, but
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing.
Even Bernie Sanders doesn't say that. Even Bernie Sanders gets up nice and early.
Well,
to get things going.
I own a tequila company, so
Yes, you do.
you
might have to give up on the tequila
No, he's a
company.
business owner.
Well, we drink all we can and we sell the rest.
It's delicious.
That's our little business
It's delicious.
motto there.
That's your motto?
Yeah.
It's very tasty.
Bill, do you like any of these candidates?
Dude, there's too many at this point.
It's a little confusing.
This is like the
still,
first
right?
2 weeks of March Madness. Like, I don't even watch. There's like 90 friggin' teams.
You don't even do a bracket.
I wait till it gets to like the grade 8. The
you
Sweet
go down to
16.
8. Sweet 16.
I got no
start
time
watching.
for
The Elite Eight.
Bunker Hill versus Duke. I'm just like, whatever. So I'm waiting for the real thing. When it gets down to Kentucky, Louisville, then I'll get in there.
I think one guy has dropped out so far. Jesus, we need to lose some of these guys.
Yeah. Right. And there's
Gotta
like
thin the herd.
700 candidates or something.
I guess.
I can't believe Trump's still in it though.
Yeah.
I thought he was funny at first. I was looking at him like the first couple of weeks, like when you used to watch American Idol.
Yeah.
Where there's those people who can't sing.
Yeah, but they're
And
fun to watch.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. And after a while, it's like, dude, stop singing.
Yeah, exactly.
And this guy's just still going.
Yeah.
Just beating that rug, man. The fucking people that are coming out of it, too.
I think he's surprised. I believe he's surprised.
Yeah,
I know
'cause
he's an egomaniac and all
he's
that.
run out of shit to say.
But he's like, fuck, I'm still in this thing?
Right.
Well, that's why he started throwing in a little bit. Well, if they say I'll quit, but he's already gone to the point of what he's going to say if he's going to quit because he can't believe he's in it
And
this
now,
far. I
and
believe.
I love how he's just telling people to shut up
Yeah.
during the debate.
Right.
And then he goes, it's terrible. It's terrible. She's interrupting everybody. Are you going to interrupt people if you get in on these debates?
Well, one of my great traits, and I was a really pretty good debater when in high school, but I got kicked off the debate team for saying, "Yeah, well, fuck you." I thought I had won.
Can't let your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, I get tied up in it.
That won't work with Putin.
No, that won't work with Putin.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with ISIS?
I have no idea. Somebody asked me in an
Don't say
interview
you don't
the other
know.
day.
You can't say I
oh,
don't know.
no, I can say that. And here's why. Because I am not going to lie to the American people. I don't have a tax plan, and I don't think anybody else does either. I don't think Donald Trump or I don't think any of them are sitting there with a pen and a pencil and a calculator going, all right, well, here we go. Now we got 300 million people, and if everybody chips in this, that economists do that. And so, but here's how people run for office. Okay, I need a platform. Okay, what's my platform? And they have coaches and handlers, and they go, well, here's a good one. What you need to do is say what they want to hear, and so here's some things they want to hear. And okay, well, I need a solution. Well, here's a solution. It for sure won't work, but it sounds good, so do that. I'm just not going to bother to do any of that. I'm not going to even think about a tax plan until it gets down to Kentucky and Louisville. That's what
I gotta be honest with you, I'm not worried about ISIS at all.
No.
They don't have a plane or a boat. They're on the other side of the world. I'm worried about the guy from Nestle that says water isn't a basic human right. That's the fucking guy
Oh, really?
who wants to own the rain. That's the guy I'm worried about. That's the dude that's going to affect everybody's friggin' life.
He's going straight to weather control.
No, this guy is, lunatic.
I don't know much about this.
Yeah. Because those guys fund the jerk-offs that are running, so they leave those guys alone. And then they got the 50 guys in the jungle gym that are somehow going to get to me in the middle of Los Angeles. You're not.
Well, they were hoping that they were going to get some homegrowns,
China's
over
another
here.
thing that's completely not even
You're
a
not
threat.
worried about China.
Dude, we have nuclear weapons too. You want to annihilate us, you're going to be dead. Nobody's going to do that.
Right.
Right? And if you do, who cares? That's one of the great things. One of the great things about nuclear war is living in a major city.
Right.
Is because you're never going to know what's going to happen. You're just going to be sitting there, right?
Yeah.
Just watching your TV, and then
Having
you
a
get
cappuccino,
vaporized.
nice. Oh, wow.
That's it. It's
Flash
just
of white light.
Over.
Boom.
Done.
It can hit
Suppose those people,
It
yeah,
can
you
hit
live
you in the back
upstate.
of the head.
You live
You would-
upstate, that's it. You're walking around
You're
like
gonna
a
be suffering
zombie.
for a while.
Yeah. Eating radioactive apples, your teeth are falling out. I just want to be vaporized.
So upstate New York, it's a slow death.
Yeah, all those people with their survival
But
plans.
for us in New York City, it's just a flash.
Yeah, I don't want
Gone.
to. I don't want
Right.
to live through it and then try to rebuild it.
You're not going to Ithaca anytime soon, is what you're saying.
No, not at all. Or Lake Ontario Playhouse.
I did that with Patrice one time.
That's a deep one.
Me and him had to drive 7 hours, and was he miserable because I made him sit in the back seat with his giant legs because I had my girlfriend, and she and I was just touching her hand the whole way. He said he wanted to fucking smash my head. He was miserable in the back. We had just met.
Was that when you had your Saturn?
I had my Saturn. and
Oh, God, I would have been miserable in the back of that thing.
I stuck that fucking cranky douche in the back while me and my love held hands in the front seat
For 7 hours.
7 hours. He was fucking miserable.
They broke up 2 days after the gig.
Of course.
Oh, he was just, you know how he would sigh. He was fucking
Did you at least
miserable.
move your seat up a little bit so he could?
Well, he
a
sat
little
behind
bit?
her. Yeah, she probably did that as a courtesy, but he was 6'8".
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Hey, I just want to say that Bill Burr is here, and the Madison Square Garden show is sold the
amazing,
fuck
dude.
out. It's sold out, Bill. Congratulations.
Good God,
Good God,
Bill.
yeah.
Before
Well-
we beat the shit out of each other, I just want to say congratulations. That's awesome.
That
Greatest
is a-
thing that ever happened to comedians was Napster. Totally destroyed the music business, and I think we're filling in the cracks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a
the
good
star
angle
making.
on that.
Yeah, dude. Back in the day, there was like one guy did it in the fucking 80s. One guy sold. Then nobody did it in the 90s. Then Dane sold it.
It was Dice and Kinnison were
And
sort
Eddie.
of doing it.
And Eddie did it. And
Eddie
then I
did
don't
it.
think anybody
Did
did
Eddie
it in the
do the Garden?
90s.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did, yeah.
Oh.
And then
Dane was the first one, really, right?
And Kinnison
yeah.
never did that.
And now it's like the last 3 years in a row somebody has been able to do it.
So you sold out the
deserve
big
it.
room, Madison
Oh,
Square Garden, or the
yeah,
theater?
Saturday night.
It's
Yeah,
like,
the big
it's like
room.
when they changed the passing rules in the NFL. Like one guy threw for 500 yards in the 50s, one guy did it in the 60s, one in the 70s, and like 4 guys did it last year.
Yeah, but defenders have also gotten better too. So it's like one of those things where you're also competing with a lot more comedians than Dice was. And I'm not shitting on Dice, but there's a lot more people with social media, so it's not a small accomplishment. It's
Have you
fucking
walked
amazing.
through Madison Square Garden? Yeah. To just
No, I haven't, but you know, I play drums as a hobby, so I'm actually setting up a drum kit in an empty Madison Square Garden. I'm going to play for like a half an hour before I take it down.
Are you filming it?
You got it.
I don't
You
know.
have to film it. You have to.
Slippery slope.
Yes,
Joe
you know,
Piscopo.
even if you never.
Joe
I would never do
Piscopo. Yeah, you
No,
got
no,
to.
no,
You
no,
said
no.
take it down. I
Yeah,
knew you were okay.
absolutely.
I knew you said. I knew you were okay.
I said that on my podcast. I said, guys, I know what you're worried about. That eventually this is going to work its way into my show. I go, it isn't. It isn't.
You definitely have a drum kit you're setting up?
Yeah.
You
have
gotta
to.
film it.
You have to
Even
do
if you
it,
don't
yeah.
do anything with
Yeah.
that shit.
It's a fucking great garden. It's a great video of you playing in an empty garden. It's fucking phenomenal. You got to film that.
Sound
Okay.
check.
Wait
Sound
till
check.
you walk around downstairs where all the the locker rooms and all that stuff is, and with all the famous pictures on the walls. It's gonna freak
No,
you the
I
fuck
opened
out.
for Dane one time down there.
Oh,
It was
so you
amazing.
know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's different if you're the guy actually doing it, but it was pretty amazing
Oh,
to see, like, his picture, like, they take a picture of everybody that
Yes.
worked there or something. It's pretty cool. Definitely cool.
Dane started the social media thing, like the whole social media explosion with MySpace. Like that was like as far as comedians.
He was the first to
Dane,
take it
yeah,
seriously.
He was the first to really understand how to use that.
Yeah, understood it. I got it.
Which one was he? MySpace.
MySpace was Dane's.
He killed it on MySpace.
AOL as well, though. He was really, really big. You could just punch, like they had something similar where you could be almost like an early version of being friends with somebody on AOL. And he would go into business meetings and go, "You got AOL?" And everybody said, "Yeah." And then he hit the button and it would just lock up everybody's computer.
Yeah.
Because everybody just started agreeing with whatever
I
he was
tried
saying.
that one chat room at a time.
Slowly.
Yeah.
7 people.
Yeah, exactly. I got some great pictures.
And now our pal is posting naked pictures of himself on Instagram.
Yeah, Bob Kelly sent me a picture
Did
of
you see
Dane's
that
ass.
one?
Did you see that on Instagram?
It is a good
It's going to
ass.
stir up a lot of emotions.
It's a wonderful
What?
ass.
Dane's cheeks.
Did you see Dane's cheeks?
No, I don't want to see this.
You got to see Dane's cheeks. You have to. I'm sorry, but you have to. I mean,
It's impressive.
It is impressive. He's in shape. It's our pal.
Where is it? It wasn't
Did he
long.
grease it up like Kim Kardashian.
I was going to say.
He posts a lot, so we got to go down a bit. But I can't believe you guys haven't seen Dane.
I think I'm all right.
I can't believe I'm staring at the screen going, let's see it.
I think I'm all right.
If we find it. Maybe. There it is. There's Dane.
Oh, man. Good God. Shades of A-Rod in the black and white indulgence.
Yeah, he posts this and he writes, I've got a surprise coming. I think we got the surprise already.
Yeah.
I would have photoshopped my dick hanging down a little further.
He's going to turn around in the next one.
It's like great.
You're probably thinking the same thing I am. If it wasn't for the hairy legs, I could quite enjoy this photo. But the hairy legs kills it.
I don't even know what's going on.
Bill, your favorite band, it looks like any day now they're going to announce a reunion, Guns N' Roses.
Oh, is that right?
One of your favorites, yeah. The rumors are swirling, as they say, but it's going to happen. They're going to announce very soon.
Yep.
They figured it out. Well, they figured it out because there was so much fucking money.
They're crazy not to.
Right. I think it all just came down to that in the end.
I was going to say, how many out of everybody? Izzy, or we got Slash, Duff?
All of them.
Everybody, for real.
Yeah, they're going with the original lineup.
Everybody for real.
Except Axel.
He's the only one not committed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh, so Axel's not in this.
No, it's Johnny Mathis.
All right,
In a weird twist.
You laugh, but who wouldn't want to see that?
I would love to see that. I would love to see
How
that.
fucked up would that be?
I would love that. That would be amazing.
Back to Ron White, presidential candidate. Are you doing a lot of interviews today? Are you pumping this shit up?
Yeah, all day long. We're going to be, I don't even know what it all is, but it's going to end up with Fox News at sometime later this afternoon.
So they're taking it seriously. You're doing a real... You're doing a real press
junket.
Tour. A junket.
It's a junket.
Yeah, it'll keep going until I have to spend money. And then that's
maybe you'll get backers and donors. You don't need to spend your own money.
You need a super PAC.
Yeah, I don't have one. Although my good buddy of mine owns Patron, and he's behind this, so maybe he'll kick in.
Can you legalize Cuban cigars?
I got a little problem with the redistribution of wealth, but I got no problem with the redistribution of those cigars. Those are fantastic. Yeah, we're going to sneak them over.
Well, you're going to meet resistance here. A lot of the people who are like the sugar cane, there's a lot of powerful people here who don't want a relationship with Cuba because they make money off us.
I get it. I mean, the redistribution of wealth is a little hard to swallow, and it doesn't seem much like a better idea now that it's been 50 years. But you just can't go into a country, take everything away from everybody that lives there, and make it your own.
Right.
That's hard to get over, especially for the people that were there.
But with everything going on with Cuba, you would assume we would have the Cuban cigars already. What's the
Well, you can bring them into the country.
You can finally bring them in.
You can bring two in.
Yeah, right.
Something weird like that.
Like $200 worth, but the people at at customs have no idea how expensive they are. So you can bring a bunch of them in and go, that's $195, and they'll go, oh, well, all right, well, that makes sense.
No, okay.
But it's $1,000.
Oh, there you go.
I want to check out Cuba now. Would you want to check out Cuba?
I'd like to before they put a cheesecake factory and all that shit. Before they just turn. And you know what? I guarantee you, once all the bullshit ends in like 20 years, people will be like, that Castro kind of had a point.
That's always what happens. They sort of say that about Saddam Hussein.
That's what always happens. I used to
say that about Saddam.
I had a Yugoslavian hairdresser, and she talked about Tito over there, and she's like, he was perfect, the dictator. They kept them all in. Like, you see what happened when they got rid of Tito? Everything went to hell over there.
Why did you have a hairdresser? That's the most disturbing part of that story.
Because I get a haircut like once every 6 weeks.
Oh, all right. Not
a hairdresser?
Right,
okay.
Exactly.
We had Anthony Bourdain in. He's like, there's going to be a W hotel there within a couple of years. It's over, Johnny, for Cuba.
There's a McDonald's.
They're probably happy. They're sick of 1950s cars. Yeah, I do too.
The W Hotel.
No, that's what he was trying to say.
No, I'm saying I can't stand that fucking hotel.
Yeah, he was bummed. He's like, he would love to see that it stays sort of the same and they clean it up and make sure these buildings don't fall down. But he said, look, it's
the fucking
happen.
Lighting in the W Hotel. It's like
purple light. It's
that
a purple
porno
light,
set
right?
that they give you for your room. It's like totally like for like when you're in your 20s, hammered and you don't know what you're doing, and you think the lighting's going to help you make her come. Like that's what that whole everything looks jizzed on in that fucking hotel. It's gross. But their rooftop hotel, the bars are usually cool.
I could tolerate it for 3 years, but once a modern hotel starts to get a little worn out and a little dingy, that's when it looks intolerable to me. Just when it starts to break down just a little bit.
The
like
sheets are itchy. I don't like the sheets. They itch me. They're the same people that own the West End.
Me.
I have very delicate skin, Bill, and I don't like the the sheets.
Why don't you travel with pajamas?
I know. I like to sleep nude in a nice soft sheet.
Okay.
I was in Rochester the same time Jimmy was for a show because I have a lot of friends up there, and we were in the same hotel, a really nice boutique type hotel. And all of a sudden in the morning, I called Kenny and I go, "Where the hell's Jimmy?" He changed hotels in the middle of the night.
I went to a Holiday Inn Express
because of the pillows.
Because the pillows were no good and the sheets were itchy. I didn't like the bedding.
In the middle of the night, he left.
I need a good Courtyard Marriott bedding.
And the nude, right?
He took his luggage right out.
Yeah, with my itchy skin, my little red bottom. I need a nice, comfy, soft sheet.
My ex used to work for Sybil Shepherd. She was a personal assistant. Sybil Shepherd was here playing the Rainbow Room, and she called her after being in New York one day at the Waldorf and said, "Take all the bedding off my bed and FedEx it to me. These sheets are itching my ass. I don't like it." Same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, because my ex was going, "Go around the corner. There's a goddamn Leightoners. Go to a linen store. Buy." She goes, "I want you to take all the bedding off my bed and FedEx it to me right now, and I'm going to get them to put it on my bed at the Waldorf because these sheets and pillows are bothering me."
Sybil Shepherd was high maintenance, wasn't she?
Oh God,
I would imagine she would be.
You know, she was a nut. She was out of her mind. And she
I love
farted.
that she's getting it for some reason.
And she farted. And she farted all the time. She was always sending my ex to go get Beano, the anti-fart pills. And she'd send her to the drugstore and go, "Don't just get a bottle. Get everything they have on the shelves."
Sybil Shepherd drops a lot of gassers.
So she's drinking Jack and Ginger. Her drink was Jack and Ginger, and it would apparently make her really farty.
And Beano.
Yeah, and Beano.
What a hell of a combination.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh, that's right.
I suddenly love her. I'd love to get a Dutch oven from Sybil Shepherd. How great would that be? What a story.
Elvis probably did. Yeah. Elvis probably got a Dutch oven.
If I find out Scarlett Johansson's a two-flusher, I'm going to fucking marry her.
You got to come. Bill, F is for family. The teaser, I was frustrated by. I want to see more.
I know there you go. That's why they were teasing you with it.
It sets the tone. It's like a tone set.
The animation looks amazing, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been, I can't believe it's coming out.
You've been talking about this for, it seems like years, right?
Yeah, we've been working on it forever. So, it's finally coming out. It's going to be 6 episodes, and, I think.
On Netflix, right?
On Netflix. December 18th is when it comes out.
You're going to be able to see all 6 episodes, I think. You're not releasing all at the same time, right?
Yeah, all at the same time. You can binge watch it on Netflix. They're serialized. One leads into the next one, because I didn't know what serialized meant.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, it's based loosely on all of our childhoods.
They just give you it's a tone. I watched it, and it's like you can just see the tone of what this is going to be or who these people are. It's a smart way to do it. You don't give anything away, and people want to watch it.
Netflix is the shit. My last stand-up special, they cut the best trailer of anybody's ever. Like, they really know what they're doing over there, and they've been. The network notes have been push it further.
Oh, wow. That's what you love to hear. That's the opposite.
That was the dream coming
awesome.
Up. You always wanted to hear that. It's like, why won't they just fucking just let us do our thing? So they were actually going like, yeah, push it further.
That's great because of all these places you go with your shows now. That now you get the freedom finally.
I think because
they're all competing with each other.
I think that's what ended up happening.
So
I guess, or they're just smart. I have no idea.
Right. You live in L.A., right?
Yes, I do.
What are you doing out here now? Or is the show this weekend?
New York Comedy Festival.
Yeah,
sold out Madison
Sunday
Square
night
Garden show.
Yeah.
Well, I got that. Which is, I know that you're one of the biggest comics in the world.
I don't know about
that. But I do. You sold out Madison Square Garden. I played the theater at Madison Square Garden.
Trick.
Yeah, right. So
the old thumb.
It's a real good
It's the
one.
New York Comedy Festival. Somebody does it every year.
Oh, okay. That's what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm here to do that. And then what's great is after that is done, that's my last gig of the year, other than I got New Year's. So I'm already mentally drinking eggnog with a little bit of bourbon in it. So
what are you going to do on your downtime?
Are you shooting this or no? Are you going to film this or no?
No, you know what I am going to do? I am going to record the audio and maybe release it on vinyl or something like I did that.
Have to.
Like when a few years ago when I did Carnegie, like you just got to document it, but I just don't think that that's a good place to try to shoot. My hour's not ready, I don't think anyways, but just to shoot it in that giant ceiling and everything, I just think it looks better in like a theater.
You should film it for your own use though. Like even if you don't sell it and it's not like distribution quality, You gotta film it or hire a couple people with cameras just to have it for yourself, so you can always watch. That's an amazing thing, dude. You should have that.
Even if you just watch
really
it in your living room.
Yeah,
You
for
kidding me?
yourself, dude. It's like I opened for Dice there, and it was like I didn't have a photo. And I'm like, what the fuck was wrong with me? It was so stupid to
What
not
year
just
was
get a
that?
picture.
2000?
2000.
It's up here.
Yes,
I've
The
said
camera
that.
in your mind.
That is true, but I
I've said that to
I can't
people.
show that to a girl and then fuck her in the ass. No,
And the truth comes out.
You gotta. That's amazing. You should really have somebody film it.
Speaking of comedians, I saw Bob Saget last night in Hand to God.
Was it good?
How was it? Oh, dude, it was fucking
He's
funny.
begging
as
me
hell.
to go. I gotta go.
I'm going.
And he's great.
He's good?
He's great. What's awesome is he comes out and the place applauds, like a sitcom applause, but he's like, Bob Saget. And then immediately like, oh, wait a minute, he's this guy. He plays like this preacher who was phenomenal, and it just, it was.
He keeps writing me. When are you coming? I'll try for next week.
I have a date. I'm already going. I have a date
You
set.
gotta go.
I just gotta find the time. What are you gonna do with your downtime? You got anything planned? You're just gonna chill the fuck out?
I'm doing the comedy jam thing, the goddamn comedy jam, part of the festival. You never heard of that?
No.
Oh, it's basically, a bunch of comics started off trying to be musicians and just failed miserably.
Nice.
So you go up, you do stand-up, you talk about the awful band you were in or something dumb that happened to you at a concert, and then at the end there's a live band there, and you jam with the band. Either if you sing, play guitar, play drums, whatever it is you do.
Cool.
Yeah. So you basically go down there and make an ass of yourself. So I'm doing that Friday night. Josh Adam Myers does the show.
Okay. And Ron, he flies helicopters now.
Do you travel in a helicopter? Do you actually fly them yourself? Or you
solo? He's solo.
I got a pilot's license.
He's fucking Duvall.
That's
That's
wonderful.
now.
I love riding it. I've done it a million times. I always enjoy that.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's amazing.
It's fun to approach New York City in a helicopter.
I never did that.
My son on Father's Day one year flew from Atlantic City to New York City in a helicopter.
Oh yeah, that's the shit.
Yeah, I just loved it.
Do you know back in the day when you flew first class on Pan Am? Remember the MetLife building used to be the Pan Am building? You landed at JFK, and when you got off, they took your bags, you walked over to a helicopter, they flew you to the top of that building, and you walked out onto a bar. And your option was basically to continue on to your destination or stay there and have a couple of drinks. Like that was first class, but then some guy crashed the helicopter
and ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, went down the side of the building and landed on somebody.
Wait, that happened in Manhattan?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You would think they would get past that.
What year was this going on?
That's got to be the 70s.
I'm trying to figure out how
He can pull it up.
That sounds like 70s shit.
77.
There you go.
1977.
A lot of weird stuff happened between 74 and 78. A lot of strange
Yeah,
stuff.
5 killed, 8, it's flipped
The
over.
Son of Sam crap and copter crash on Pan Am roof. 5 killed, 8 hurt as craft flips. You would think they would take a year off and go right back to it, though, no?
Look at that double heli. It's like a presidential helicopter. That must have been great.
Look at that.
First
that what it
class.
was?
Oh,
Yeah,
look at it.
like Air Force.
Yeah, and I
the
see
Air
what's
Force
great about
chopper.
that. 2 independent engines. You're never going to have...
Can you fly on one of those?
No.
Like, can one engine fly or no?
No.
Oh, you can't.
No, you have to have both of those rotors going, right?
No, you can't. Yeah, one, you could, sure.
You could, it's like a twin engine plane. One engine can
I think, you know what is the weird thing? I don't know anything about those, but you don't need the tail rotor because one goes clockwise, the other goes counterclockwise. So, I don't know what would happen. I would think if you lost one of those, it would start to spin you around, then you'd have to auto-rotate. I don't know. You guys got me in over my head. I just thought single engines. I did take the
We're
advanced.
just staring at you because we have no fucking idea.
I did take the advanced auto rotation class, and I did full down. So they basically simulate engine failure, and you got to take it all the way to ground.
So you actually turn your engine off?
What you do is you just go almost like putting the car in neutral. It's kind of the same principle.
Does the thing stop spinning?
No, no. If that happens, you're in trouble.
Okay. Then you drop like a greased brick.
You're using your forward airspeed and the weight of the ship to keep it turning.
Yeah.
So rather than bringing air into the main rotor, known as induced flow, that I learned in my ground school.
Very nice.
It says it's going up through it and keeps it turning. So it's kind of not that hard to do.
From going down?
Yeah.
The downward push?
Yeah, as you're going down, the air's rushing
Yeah,
up
you
through
use
it.
it and it'll just settle down. Like a parachute. You'll just literally settle down
In
easily.
planes, they say that one of the mistakes they made in one of the crashes was over the ocean. They said they thought they were losing airspeed because whatever those little indicators were wrong. So instead of pointing the plane down a bit and catching some lift,
probably.
They tried angling the thing up, and that just fucking stalled them, and they fell.
Ouch. All right, listen, we got to take a break. Bill Burr's here, sold out show, Madison Square Garden this Saturday.
And Friday, where's that gig Friday?
You know what that just reminded me of? When I got my license, I wanted to start reading one of those fucking airplane magazines, and I read it, and every other article is about some weekend warrior like me who did something wrong and was fucking dead. I read like 3 of them. Like, I can't read this goddamn magazine.
That's smart.
There was no saved it good stories. They were all negative, horrible.
I think one of them was a redhead too. So it kind of looks like me.
Oh no!
They should leave you with one happy story at the end of that magazine.
Yes,
just one.
No, it's either something you can't completely afford, or it's some jerk off renting something that you would fly.
Right.
And what he did, he hit a fucking power line, or he was showing off, or he didn't keep the thing maintained.
How do you rent the helicopter before we go? Like, what do you got to call in
just
advance?
Just like Hertz, you just go walking in.
Preferred customer,
credit card, frequent flyer.
Yeah, no, you can just. I mean, I rent them from the place that I learned how to fly because I know that those guys fly them properly, and like the thing about it is
maintenance is good.
Yeah, and you got to worry about metal fatigue. If someone yanked the guts out of the thing, like metal, like when a weld fails, you don't know it until it does. So if someone's like. Every, I think 2,200 hours, they take the whole fucking thing apart and all new parts, rebuild it, anything that looks fishy. But if someone is
they
flying...
X-ray the frame.
If somebody's flying it like an asshole, then that 22 hours becomes 1,800 hours, becomes 1,500, depending on what they're doing. So it could be kind of a scary thing. So, yeah, it's a scary hobby.
How much does it cost to rent a helicopter?
What's the
I need to know.
It's like a couple $100.
That's it?
I would
assume it'd be way more than that.
Depending on how long you fly, fly it, and then what size.
What height are you going to?
How high do I usually fly? I don't know. Depends on where the surface of the ground is. I'd say like 1,500, 2,000. Okay. You try to stay there because the fixed wing guys, which is just regular airplane, and they never are on the fucking radio. So many of them, they just fucking fly around out there. And I had a guy one time. I was flying. I'm flying along, and I'm on the right, and this freaked me the fuck out. Freaked me the fuck out because I was it made me feel like I was on the wrong radio frequency. And I'm announcing my position. This fucking asshole, like about 11 o'clock, just went right over me. He's a little bit off to the left. I shouldn't tell this. I didn't tell my wife
fine.
that. And he just went flying right by me. And I looked at the person I was flying with, one of the instructors. I'm like, "Is that cool?" And she was just like, "No, it's not. It's not cool."
How close you think? If you had to guess.
I mean, it was way too close.
A few hundred feet.
Yeah. And a few hundred feet looks like they're going by you on the highway.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't like coming up somebody's in my blind spot shit.
Yeah.
This is that and
the thing is,
air.
Those guys can't because they have the hood. They have like 45 degrees. They see straight out and then up. So if you're underneath them, those guys can come down on you. So you really got to, yeah. But I got to tell you, dude,
it's a hell of a hobby.
No, but it's way less scarier than driving. Once you get it and then you start driving down the highway, that will freak you out because you're driving like 70 miles an hour, basically in formation, like you're in the Blue Angels, but nobody's talking to anybody. People are texting. They're on fucking drugs and shit. You know what I mean? You have no idea what they're going to do. And thank God the cars are so freaking safe. But did you see that fucking guy out in L.A.?
Which one?
This poor kid, like 20 years old. He's driving like an idiot, right?
Oh, where he ended up
He ended up
sign?
on the sign. Did you see that?
No.
Dude, he was flipping. He got ejected out of his car. And the trajectory sent him up like, where the highway sign is? You can drive an 18-wheeler underneath it.
Right. Yeah.
He hits this thing like a double off the Green Monster and then just slides down and lands on the scaffolding. And they got there. They were looking for the body. Like, where the hell is it? And they probably was like, I know where the body there it is.
Here's the picture. We're in a commercial here with this video. But, yeah, dead up on the sign. Crazy. There he is.
Wow.
Covered up in the white sheet.
And I don't know why they cover him with the sheet.
That's where he landed.
Right,
Obviously got up there.
You know what's under there.
How do you get him? Just tip him off.
Well, you don't want people drive by with kids and see something.
No, but I mean, why is he still up there?
You think when he was flying through the air, he thought for a moment, I think I might be all right.
I might make this.
I'm going to break something, but I think I'm going to be all right. And then he hits that sign.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I just don't understand in this day and age that cars still could fly, at you. Only a few feet off.
Oh, it's not the end. Just when you're driving down the street and there's just that person coming at you. Like I rode a motorcycle last year. I stopped. I got rid of the fucking thing.
You're done with motorcycles.
Somebody else took my head off. They went over the double line a little bit. They were coming around that way. And I'm going around like this, and my head is like that, and the person came around, I went up and went back like that. I got up the bike, I was shaking. I was like, this is fucking
You're
stupid.
done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I would like them to figure that one out at least.
He decided to retreat into the sanctity of helicopters.
Way safer.
Way safer.
I'll tell you, he's out of his fucking mind.
Surfers.
Surfers.
Oh, really?
Fly in a helicopter over the ocean. You will not fucking believe what is out there. And you won't even know what it is, because I'm not Jacques Cousteau. You just fly going, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
What
gotta
is
be
that?
cool.
And then you look over, and there's some jerk off like 100 feet away on like a surfboard, just sitting there like waiting to catch a wave.
Has no idea what's
Hey,
going
you want
on.
to be like, dude, get out.
Has no idea what's going on underneath.
Yeah,
him.
You see all that shit. Wow. You see whales from up there?
Yep.
That's cool.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
they look
Yeah,
like
that's really cool.
they have like LED light on them, because when they get close to the surface and the sun with the water on them and stuff, they look like little glowworms. It's really cool.
How far out are you when you see them?
We were flying to Catalina Island. I only have like 10 hours solo time, and flying, I'm not nervous about flying. It's the fucking radio, man. The radio and listening, like people talking to shit and trying to hear, so I've just been doing like short flights and that type of thing. But, it's fun as shit though. But it's one of those things you'd like to talk to other people that do it, because all other people who don't fly talk about is dying. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? So you're just like, because that's always in the back of your head, a little bit. But I've talked to all those pilots, like the time when I had to do, one of the lessons, which you had to do a 3-hour solo flight. So it was 3 fucking hours. You landed at a controlled and an uncontrolled airport. You had to get fuel and all of this type of stuff. And I've never been so mentally exhausted when I got back. Like, the greatest sound I ever heard was when I pulled the mixture in the fucking, after I landed, and I just got off, and I was just like, dude, I drove home. Like, I can't explain it was one of the weirdest feelings. It was just exhilarating and nauseating feeling all at the same. Just kept looking over at that empty seat going, what the fuck am I doing?
I'm up here by myself.
Yeah, what am I doing? And I remember when I made it to the one and I was able to refill, and you're sitting down and, how it works is, another, instructor follows you in another helicopter with the student, but she was flying really slow. So I was outside the range of their radio. So I really was by myself. So if I was fucking up on the radio, I have no idea, but there was just too much shit to talk
How far is radio range if she was out of range?
I don't even know. I just think, I know what it was. You know what it was? Not radio range. What it was I would go to a place where I had to change radio frequencies, and then she was still in another section, so she'd be on a different frequency, so she couldn't hear if I was screwing up or if I missed, something like a landmark or something. That's the fucked up thing up there, is you could get lost, if you don't know what you're doing, and then you're up there and you don't know where the fuck you are. That's, but you just go to Google Maps and you just look. It's weird. You gotta draw.
You're using Google Maps in a helicopter.
No, not in the helicopter. Before you fly, and you just draw. You think you know it. When you're on the ground, you think you know it, and then you go up there and it looks way different. So there's obvious shit that you can see once you've been in LA enough times. With downtown LA, you can start to see shit, but there's definitely, when you start going east and flying along the 91 and stuff, you can get fucking lost. There's a couple of times, I'm like, wait a minute, is that the 50 or the 57? And you're just up there by yourself, and you're just like, dude, what do I do?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is so cool. All right, we definitely have to take a break. We got Bill Burr, Madison Square Garden. We got Jimmy and Erie this weekend. Tonight show?
Tomorrow and Friday. And I also got pre-sale for New Year's Eve in Rhode Island and Birmingham, and the Fox Theater in Foxwoods, and then the Terry Fedor Theater in the Mirage in Vegas both go on sale today at 10.
Ron White running for president officially?
Absolutely, and I've got some gigs too, but I'm not sure where they are. D.C. this weekend.
Warner Theater in Washington, D.C. Friday, Saturday at the Chrysler Hall in Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
D.C. in the heart of it all.
I can make it.
Yeah, you could take some meetings while you're down
Absolutely.
there.
We're decreasing in venue as you get down to me. We started with Madison Square Garden. We're working our way down.
Why didn't we close with that?
We should have closed it.
Hey, I gotta say, Ron, you have presidential hair though.
He's got
really
a good head of hair.
What a
It is
head of fucking hair. He's a good son of a bitch, man.
I was trying to get it to look like Donald's, but nobody knows how to do it. It looks like a condor, a baby condor you can find if you just dug around in there a little bit.
Vic, what do you got?
I'm at Go Bananas Comedy Club Thanksgiving week, so all week long for 6 shows. So come see me.
We're back with Opie and Jim.
Huh? Hold on, we got to say goodbye to.
Oh, okay. Ron White's leaving?
President White has another appointment.
Where's he going?
Oh, okay.
What happened?
I guess I don't have to go.
Roland's saying he has more time.
Oh, you got a little more time. That's nice. You're heading off to Fox, right?
I don't know. I think I'm doing some other comedy stations.
Pete Dominic.
That's the thing. Comedians never know where they're going.
I know.
I never know.
I don't keep up with it.
People go, what time's your show tonight? I'm asking the crowd. Oh, I'm coming to your show tonight. Oh, yeah, what time is it?
So I can be there.
What time should I get there?
Why? You got to give us a little more on your candidacy.
Well, I got people are asking me a lot about global warming, and I know that at one time there were no armadillos north of Dallas, and now they're up north of Tulsa. So the armadillos are moving. Something's going on.
They're moving north.
They're moving north. The armadillos are. So we're going to have to address it eventually.
Not just the killer bees?
No, it's just the armadillos.
And the armadillos, too,
Right.
huh?
I think armadillos are not stressed enough in politics, and I think you should definitely talk about them.
I think people understand when I talk about them. I
They
think
do. I know what you're
do.
saying.
If you drive them south of Tulsa, does global warming stop?
It's hard to hurt them. You have to have a little bitty horse.
It's like a burro. You have to have a burro.
Yes.
But no, when they go south of Tulsa, you know you're making a difference.
Oh, okay.
That's how you tell.
I
them.
understand.
What about the minimum wage? That's a big thing this week.
I believe that you have to pay people a fair wage, enough money for them to live on, or you're a piece of shit.
Most of the Republicans are against raising it to $15 an hour, though.
Yeah, it was bold of Walmart to step up and raise the minimum wage to $15. The first thing
That's
I've ever.
because they got skeletons in that closet. You know, they were
they don't want
beating
people.
children and shit. There must be some, allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Yeah. See, I can't make claims like that anymore. I can't. They'll sue
They
me.
paid off Tracy Morgan like it was nothing.
Oh yeah, you know. But you know, there was.
Wow.
I bet the amount of stories that were gonna come out if they didn't get out in front of that one.
Yes. So, like, hey, give him whatever he wants.
They tried
We're
some
still
lawyer
good.
stuff. They tried some, Tracy
Early
was
on.
wearing a seatbelt and it made the paper.
And that was it.
And then they were just like, pay him, because it looked really bad. The Walmart lawyers are blaming Tracy for his own accident. You know, so it's just
Yeah,
terrible.
if he wasn't, you know, goddamn well, if he wasn't Tracy Morgan, they would have.
Yeah.
They would have been. Well, you weren't wearing your seatbelt, so.
Yeah, John Q. Regular guy probably wouldn't have gotten the same fair share.
Oh no.
No, he would have gotten money, but not with this guy.
He would have owed Walmart money.
Yeah.
Be working a shift down there.
Damage to the fender of the truck.
I don't even know why that was Walmart's fault.
Their driver.
It was a Walmart truck.
Slammed into him.
Slammed right into Tracy
Yeah.
Morgan, yeah.
Doing one of their typical 72 hours straight shifts.
Right. Yeah, I don't watch the news.
Something like that. That's good. That's another good
You
thing
don't watch
to say
the
as a
news and you
candidate.
want to be the
Right.
president?
Don't say that.
You know what? I
You
tune
make
in
the-
if I know
You're
that
saying
there's
bad
something
things here.
going on. I'll tune in for a minute. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It's drug commercials with all those bad side effects on and on and on and
How
on.
the fuck do they sell products?
I don't know, but and then there's lawsuits suing the people that were advertising last year, and that's always just a steady diet of that on CNN and Fox. That's all they do. I'm sitting there going, somebody sell me some fucking cereal or something.
I saw one of the side effects. They said if you have suicidal thoughts,
Yeah.
they just write suicidal thoughts. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Suicidal thoughts. You take this thing,
right next to headaches.
Yeah, you got like an eczema, and then you're like, wait, should I kill myself? It's like, dude, like how is that fucking legal?
It's like
suicidal thoughts.
It's 15 seconds of positivity and then everything that could go wrong for the next 45, and they
then-
still sell products.
And then they go right back out of it like they never said anything.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that. Anyway, so
Right,
this is a
if
great
none
drug.
of that bothers you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I don't watch the news that much, and I actually didn't watch the Democratic debate.
What do you watch then if it's not the news?
YouPorn, and I tell you why, because nobody ever dies on YouPorn. There's never been one death on YouPorn, and I just don't like it when
Well, you
people
got to go in
die.
the horse category.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh,
There's that
Jesus.
fucking callback.
The one from Seattle is so deeply disturbing. He thought his buddy was going to be able to handle how much he could take, right? Is that how that story
Kenneth
goes?
Pinion, he was a Boeing engineer.
But he had a buddy that was supposed to control
I don't know if it was
penis.
a friend. It was the guy that worked at that horse farm.
right,
And that was what
okay.
they did. And yeah,
They control how much you're going to take, and boy, the horse wasn't having it. The horse wanted all of it inside him, and that was it.
You've seen that video, right?
No, I never.
No,
I was here the day you guys were showing that. Rogan was, I think Rogan or somebody brought it in.
I'm trying
really
to
shouldn't have fucking dropped his name into this fucking horrible mess. I just feel like an asshole saying that. But yeah, no, I didn't.
Did you see the snake video yet?
No, dude, I don't want any of that in my hard drive.
Show him the snake video.
No, I'm not watching it.
I have respect for this guy.
This happened
I'm not watching.
This could be the most. This is the most disturbing video.
Why
of
would
the
I
year.
want to watch it?
Ron, you better.
Why would I want to watch it?
respect
Opie,
this
I
man's
don't want to
tenacity.
see it.
This could affect your candidacy.
No means
Ron,
no.
You might want to leave right before we play this. This is so ridiculous. Deadspin put it on their site.
Yeah.
You're not going to watch.
I'm going to listen to some music.
He's going to his phone. He's going to his phone
He
for a
just put
little.
his beats on.
That's right.
Andreas Segovia.
He knew this was going to happen today. Bill knew. He's prepared. Ron, you got to see this. You
guys ever listen to Perfect Circle?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
Love Perfect Circle. Let's go. All right. Yes.
I can't help it. I gotta see
I'm just going to look at Ron's face and
I
see
don't.
the reaction.
Yeah, look at the front of his pants and watch the reaction.
Oh, God!
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet?
No.
Move the mouse.
Look at that. That's Ron's soul right now. Telling him to stop looking.
How do you not respect the man able to keep an erection in this situation?
I didn't even know you could do that with a snake. Did you even know you could do that with a snake?
See, I thought it was a snake up somebody's ass. I didn't know he was actually fucking the
Is it
snake.
over, Vic?
It's still up there. It's frozen.
Is it over?
It's frozen.
There's a longer version of that where he really.
What's I'm glad good. Okay.
Where the snake talks about how he felt after. How embarrassed he is. How silly goosey.
You know if it's a male or a female snake.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
weird.
hope it's a female, because I don't go for the other stuff.
What is the snake thinking? What is he thinking?
It feels good, you know. That's why he feels bad is because it feels so good.
Yeah.
He
Feels so good.
He knows it's wrong, but
Yeah. That
Snake is just thinking it's not my fault.
see, I've got
that video made
snake fucking.
over the weekend.
Just the fact that there's a
crazy.
caption that says snake fucking.
Just the fact that somebody can achieve an erection and do that is just mind-boggling.
Somewhere now in a hillbilly Baptist church down south, there are a lot of angry people screaming blaspheme for. They really think that he's having sex with their Jesus. That's what's going on.
Some unbelievable.
What clicked in my head?
I'm glad I didn't see that.
No, it was stupid.
Yeah, you blow off
If
all
he's
that
pulling
stuff,
it back
right?
up here, don't turn around.
Jimmy watches all. The videos Jim Norton watches. I just can't do it, man.
Yeah, but I do watch a lot of video. I like knockout videos and shit. Like that was the one I was watching, like going, "There's something wrong with me," because I remember the first time I saw wrestling when I was a kid, and I thought it was real.
Yeah.
It made me sick to my stomach just to see somebody getting beat on like that. And now just this shit that I watch on YouTube.
What knockouts? Hockey fights or
No,
MMA.
Kids in school, dude. I still do. There was one that fucking kid killed the other kid. One punch knockout, and the classic thing. He went back and hit his head on the tiles, and he went into a coma, and he fucking died, man.
Jesus,
it's unreal.
Yeah, those are rough to watch
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah, you're laying on the ground dying as everyone's screaming "World Star."
Jimmy watches the beheadings.
No, I haven't watched one of those in a long time.
I just can't do it.
No, I haven't watched one in a while. They're you can't unsee them, and they're just too visceral.
About 10 years ago, we started watching one back at the
They're
old
horrible.
joint, and I was like, no, I'm done.
They're horrible.
I understand what this is. I don't need to actually see it.
Oh, and they take out like that paring knife and saw your fucking head off as you're alive. I mean, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I had my first police altercation at a wrestling match, the pro wrestling match. It's not real, and I was like 8 years old, and my cousin took me down there in Amarillo at the Sportatorium, and it was Wahoo McDaniels versus the Super Inferno, and I hated the Super Inferno with all my heart. And I loved Wahoo McDaniels, and so I figured out that the good guys were coming out of here and the bad guys were coming out of here. So I went up there and I waited for the Super Inferno to come out, and I spit on him. and I was just, the police came up and grabbed me, and I'm like, well, I thought we hated him. 8 years old. And
Aren't we supposed to hate him?
Right. I thought I was going to get a round of applause, which I did from my cousin. Once he took me over to my cousin, then he was spitting on the Super Inferno. You got it. And as soon as they left, he was like, way to go, way to go. Fuck the Super Inferno.
You would think the wrestlers would handle all that stuff.
No,
Dude,
apparently
I
they
was
still don't
watching-
like to be spit on.
I was watching another video of people fighting or whatever, and these guys were going after this crazy guy on the subway, and he was just so fucking crazy, and they were too normal that they couldn't deal with him, and he kept spitting at them. He'd just go, and then he'd go, got you. Got you. He just kept saying, got you, and he would spit. Dude, it was so fucking disgusting. And these guys would stay within his spit zone.
Yeah.
Because they kept acting like they were going to hit him, and then he would spit on him. And it was one of those deals where it was crazy person spit, so like you're so in your fucking head, like, oh my God, like, do I have like hepatitis now or something?
Right. And you know it smells bad.
Yeah, it was really. There was something funny about it, so I got to stop watching those. The internet's bad for you, dude. We're all like, we worked on the fucking Vice Squad for like 8 years. The shit that you can see on the internet.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable, actually.
Having said that, I'll watch more today.
It's called Mr. Hands.
Did you?
Yeah, that's what it. This is his real name.
What is Mr. Hands?
It's a funny video, but you can't find
You want to
it.
watch Mr. Hands with
I don't
us,
think-
Bill?
No.
Are you sure?
This is back to your music.
Why?
Go back to Perfect
Is he going to
Circle.
switch headphones again?
I think he's
Put
going
on the
back.
Mr. Ed
He's
theme
going
song.
back to Perfect
Do I
Circle.
need to switch headphones?
Bill, I love that you're prepared for this
Not on
today.
Yeah, the Opie and Jimmy show. You bring in your extra pair. You go to your safe. You
Have
go
a
to your safe place.
playlist. You have a playlist. It's called Safe Place. It's called.
And I just look at the reaction of other people's faces, and I go, "I'm glad I didn't see that."
Mr. Hands is it's a fun video.
He's looking on YouTube. No, I'm not. All right.
No, we'll
Oh,
find
the second you're off YouTube,
it's a problem.
It's not PG-13 anymore.
YouTube shows some stuff I was surprised at too. Like they show deaths, and there's a few things on YouTube I was shocked that they showed.
They usually don't show death though.
I've seen a few, yeah, like car accidents.
Yeah,
and stuff
car
like that.
accidents.
Yeah, they got a few on there.
But you don't see like the body.
Yeah, they won't show the graphic, like stuff that fucking chaotic or live leak will show. But
I'm okay with that. Two guys, one horse. That's
these
just
are just
reaction
reaction shots.
These are just the reaction shots.
Not as easy as
You know, this stuff adds up in your head,
Yeah,
right? The
I
more of
think
this
so.
crap you just stack up
I
in
think so.
there.
Yeah.
I think it starts eroding inside.
That's what's going on right now.
Ruining your brain.
Yeah, I don't find it erotic. It's just silly.
Yeah.
What a
Hey,
way
how
to
about
go.
those Royals, man?
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Scrappy
Go
team.
blue.
Scrappy
great.
team.
They were
Yeah.
supposed to win, though. They were the better team over the Mets.
I know, but yeah, it was good to see.
They were-
But the Mets came out of nowhere, and it looks like
I actually enjoyed watching the Mets play too. I was actually kind of rooting for them. I didn't know who I liked both of those teams.
I didn't know.
Are you an Auburn fan?
I am an Auburn graduate. Yeah.
War Eagle.
War damn Eagle. They're not doing that well this year, but I love Auburn.
I wanna,
I wrote you something once on Twitter. You were in Tuscaloosa at Alabama, and I was like, I tried to shit on you while you were in Tuscaloosa just because you were there, and I hate Alabama. So, but do you like Alabama? You like
No,
SEC?
I love SEC football, and whoever's that radio show that they had. That guy down there that since it now became
Paul
like national.
Feinbaum. Paul Feinbaum.
God,
Yeah.
dude.
He's
You
on
gotta
the SEC
listen.
network.
Dude,
Yeah.
when Auburn and Alabama fans would call up, dude, it's some of the greatest sports radio I've ever heard.
Yeah?
Like the level that people give a shit about this one game. It's in the state, and they're just
absolutely.
like, there's
My brother's
people
in the 30
losing
for
their
30.
mind.
Yeah, my older brother's in the 30 for 30. There's 30 for 30 documentary called Roll Tide War Eagle, and he's in that.
That's where I found the guy who poisoned the trees.
Yeah, so Terry's in
Wait,
that.
what?
Terry's all through that.
Explain some of this stuff.
This crazy Alabama fan. There's these oak trees that were on the corner by Toomer's Drugstore in Auburn, and one of the things they would do if they had a big victory in any sport, one of the rowdy games could win a gold medal in the Olympics or the football or the baseball, but they would go down there and roll the trees and throw toilet paper in the trees. So this psycho nut job Alabama fan who named his kids like Crimson and Tide.
Say why he did it. You remember why he did it?
He called in and he called in was bragging, but I can't remember what exactly set him off.
He did it because
he poisoned the trees and called in on the show and told on himself, and
Wait,
then
we
got
got
arrested.
the call. I gotta hear this call.
Yeah.
Adeville, Alabama. Hey, Al.
Oh.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Well, thanks.
When Bear Bryant died, I was living in Texas, and I really didn't understand the Alabama-Auburn rivalry. But a good friend of mine that lived in Birmingham sent me a copy of the newspaper showing the Auburn students rolling Toomer's Corner celebrating.
Yes, I was leading that rally. I was at Auburn that year. I was doing that. No, I had speakers in my window celebrating Bear Bryant's death. In my apartment complex, I had the Allman Brothers going. Really? I was full on partying. And they didn't roll.
Oh,
First of all, he's wrong. Yeah, I was totally celebrating when Bear Bryant died. And people that would drive by my apartment and look at me and going, "You fucking suck. You're horrible." And I'm like, "Woo!"
They did that at Ohio State. Ohio State when Bo Schembechler died.
Yeah.
And they had a punk band there called the Dead Schembechlers.
Sure.
So, like,
he went to the mall in our town to sign his book, Barry Bryant, and my buddy Norton and I were 10 years old, and like little 8-year-old Ron, we drove our bikes to the mall and were circling the book stand and going, "Fuck you, you're drunk!" We're screaming at him because he was always drunk on the Alabama replay the next day. It was fun as Auburn fan to watch the replay because he would call players out that had graduated 3 years before because he's sitting there in the studio, bourbon drunk.
Wow.
It was wonderful as an Auburn fan to go, "That's old Kenny Stabler." And no, coach, that's not Kenny Stabler. It's 1970. He graduated in 66. And bingo! When somebody hit somebody real good, he just yelled bingo. But it was a joy. Just think about any of your sports teams that you hate. If you got the next day, got to watch their replay, and their coach is drunk, making an idiot of himself.
That'd be fun.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Well, these guys, basically, what these students
go back
The
to the call.
students went up there and they just put some Auburn stuff on the Bear Bryant statue. So, just because of that, this guy goes down
and poisons 200-year-old oak tree.
And admits it on this radio show. Go back to the call.
Yeah, calls up and admits it.
Even though I know what you just got through saying, and even though I know you're quoting from a newspaper, I just have the most difficult time ever believing that Auburn students rolled Toomer's Corner when the news broke that Coach Bryant died. Does anyone else remember that? I don't.
Do you want me to send you a copy of I still have a newspaper clipping.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of awkward here because I'm not doubting your truthfulness. I'm just. Are you guys in the other room in as much shock as I am? That is just one of the most shocking things I've ever heard. I do not want to believe that is true.
Okay, let me finish my story.
Okay.
This year I was at the Iron Bowl.
There's no way that could be true.
Well, okay. This year I was at the Iron Bowl.
Okay.
And I saw where they put a Scam Newton jersey on Bear Bryant's statue.
Okay, and again, that's 28 years later.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what I did. The weekend after the Iron Bowl, I went to Auburn, Alabama, because I lived 30 miles away, and I poisoned the 2 Toomer's trees.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I put Spike 80 DF in them.
Did they die?
He admits it, like he's not going to get caught.
Did they die?
They're not dead yet, but they definitely will die.
Is that against the law to poison a tree?
Well, do you think I care?
No.
Okay, I really don't. Hey, and you can tell Tammy, I hope... Never mind. Roll down Tide.
I'm going to say right now, you're never supposed to say, "There's no way, never, I've done it before." There is no way that story is true. There is no possibility that any human being, upon hearing of another person's death...
He's wrong there because I did. It's completely wrong.
Would have rolled Toomer's Corner.
I didn't roll it. No, but I was partying when he died.
All right.
Do you believe that story to be true? I'll come back to you. What about you, Dallas? You're an Auburn man. You're a graduate. You're an alum.
What year is this call?
I'm just
3 years
saying,
ago. Cam Newton was
couldn't have
2010.
happened. I was living here at the time. I was just here. It seems like I would have.
So that set off a shitstorm, and they went and they tested the tree. Whatever they did,
And
they
he
found out that he
poisoned him.
did poison him, and then they found out who the guy was. And then he tried to retract his story.
Yes, his name's Harvey Updike.
Yeah, and his
You know him.
excuse-
What's he look like?
My brother's in the documentary. Terry was infuriated that they validated the idiot and put him in the documentary because you shouldn't validate the idiot ever in life. And but the producers and the director said he had such a passionate, psychotic stare.
Oh, look at this guy.
That they just wanted to. Yeah, they just wanted to catch him. They just wanted. There was no way.
His reason for doing it, he goes, I got too much Bama in me. He was quoting a football player that I guess when Auburn was running back a kickoff, I believe, he came off the sidelines and hit the guy, and they said, "Why did you do it?" He goes, "I got too much Bama in me," something like that.
That was in the Rose Bowl in the 30s, and it was the Alabama Rice. But the guy jumped off the sideline and knocked the Rice player down in the 30s.
Big,
That's awesome.
He's got that big over the top walrus mustache too. Jesus.
So he got the shit beat out. Every time he would go to court, he made the first time he went to go to court, when they caught him, he made the mistake of stopping at the only gas station that didn't have a security camera, and fucking 3 students rolled up in a car and jumped out and beat the fuck out of him while he was putting gas in his car, and then drove away, and they still didn't catch those guys. They got away with it.
The trees end up dying?
The trees are dead. They've replanted new ones. They carted them away about a year ago. And
how much time did he get?
And so he got fined a bunch of shit that he ain't got any money and
I
can't
don't think
pay
you get
anyway.
a lot of time for
now you get
poisoning a
probation.
tree.
We get probation and like $100,000 worth of fines, but the fucker he's paid like $200 in restitution because that's all he's been forced to leave the state. He has to live in Louisiana.
Problems, yeah.
He has to live in Louisiana now. Is where he lives.
Is he unpopular there?
And so I don't know.
The northern part of Alabama, they probably love him. Probably hook him up with tickets and shit.
And 90% of the state probably like him because you're the bastard stepchild if you're an Auburn fan. The whole state's Alabama. You went to Auburn and you had a family member that went to Auburn. That's who Auburn fans are. Alabama fans went to Walmart and bought a fucking T-shirt. That's the long and the short of it. I got no problem with any Alabama fan that graduated or went to Alabama, but it's the other 900 million idiots that ruin it.
So you got this shit in your heart as well.
They're sending funeral wreaths to my family's house when I'm a little kid. I'm waking up to go to school in the morning in the 3rd grade, and my mother's like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "What is it?" And somebody has sent a big old bouquet of black roses and put, "We're going to murder your son in the ball game this week," because that's the shit they did. It's hardcore, crazy Southern football. There's nothing else to do, so everybody gets over involved in it.
There's something to be said for PC culture.
You could use a little bit, right, Jimmy? A little taste.
Tell the story about your niece wanting tickets to that game. And
my middle brother, who also played at Auburn. Both my brothers played at Auburn. I went to Auburn, and then
you never talked about the other brother. Was he good?
He was great. Broke all of Terry's records. He got kicked off for selling weed. So it's a different Henley story about Auburn, but. They're both. Everybody in the state goes. I'm Terry and Mike Henley's brother, and they're like, "Oh man, if Mike would have broke all of Terry's record, if that weed thing hadn't happened," and I'm like, "Don't say that." He's still getting mad about it.
They didn't look the other way, knowing he was a star player.
No, he was doing good. He'd only played 2 games. They waited 9 months before they revealed the story. They busted him in February and then sat on it till football season started. And then
man.
2 games into the season, he's averaging about 100 a game. Is doing all right, and then they decide they're going to rat him out. I was in the 8th grade library reading a book and heard it on the radio and had to call my mom at work with, has anybody called you? And she's like, "Nope, shut up, get home as soon as you can." And I got home and it was already in the afternoon newspaper where my other brother had gone to get him out of court and they're running him out of the police station with the coat over the head.
Did he ever play football again?
No.
That was it?
Yeah, they let him. He got to keep his scholarship, but they kicked him off the football team.
What is he doing now?
He's semi-retired. He was a lumber trader for 1,000,000 years, so he did really well. He's fine.
Tell the other story.
So his daughter defected on us and went to Alabama. She decided to go to Alabama, and she graduated with honors, and she's absolutely brilliant. She got married last year. She's 30. She's amazing. But a couple of years ago, the game was in Tuscaloosa, and she was having a hard time getting tickets, so she called Terry, her uncle. He's only got one niece, and goes, "Hey, me and my husband were having a hard time," and he's like, "To Katie, I don't give tickets to Alabama fans. Fuck you." I don't give. Wow. And so she called me complaining about it, and I just thought he was sarcastically joking. And I'm like, "He's teasing Katie. You wait till you're 3 months ahead. Just wait till a couple weeks before the game and ask him for some tickets. He's always got a fistful of them. There's no way he's not going to give you these. And if he's serious, you call me again, and I'll call my mom, and we'll get me and Grandma, and we'll shit on him. We'll make him give you the tickets." So 2 weeks before the game, she called me. She goes, "You're going to have to call Nanny. He's not giving me the tickets."
Awesome.
So I called my mother, and then we both double call him, and we're like, "Are you fucking serious about this?" And he's like, "Look, both of y'all can kiss my ass."
Jesus.
I'm not doing it. And he doesn't even go to the game when it's in Tuscaloosa. He won't even go. So he could have hooked her up, the Alabama graduate, and got her the tickets, but on a game he's not even going to, and he's like, "No, fuck no, fuck no."
His own niece.
No,
That's
his
amazing.
own niece. He's got one niece.
Jimmy's going to Alabama soon. What jersey are you going to wear?
He's going to Birmingham. Just stay neutral. Just
I know nothing about the rivalry. It's just I literally, if you told me it was the same school, I would have believed you. Like, no fucking idea.
But they're going to want you to say something before you're set. So what are you going to say? You got to you got to pick a side.
War Eagle.
Yeah, you got to say Roll
pick a
Tide
side.
or
What are
War
you going to
Eagle,
do, Jimmy?
You know.
What are you going to do?
Go with Roll Tide. There's more of them.
There's more.
Maybe you can have a
majority.
split jersey where you have half and half.
They've had
Roll
those.
Eagle.
Roll Eagle.
Yeah, I'm going to say this whole rivalry is foolishness. And why don't we just get along as citizens, right?
Yeah, it's an election year.
Absolutely.
Could work.
Somebody, a bridesmaid, got shot a couple of years ago at the end of the game because Alabama people celebrating after the game. Saban lined up for a field goal with 1 second left, and the Auburn guy ran it all the way back, and they won the game on the last play of the game in 2013. Yeah. And a bunch of women were partying. It was a bridesmaid get-together party, and either the bride shot the bridesmaid because the bridesmaid was not sad enough that Alabama had lost the game on the last play of the game. A woman got killed because she was not sad enough.
Some of the best reaction videos ever was watching people, their reaction
to that play.
To that play.
You know what?
I was at that game.
I was in Italy.
Oh, nice.
I was in an Irish pub in Italy.
Wonderful.
Figure that one out.
Oh, that's great.
And people even over there lost their fucking minds.
Sure.
I just started laughing. I couldn't believe it just watching. But the reaction videos to that.
Try to find
what game was it?
Try to find the best one.
Last game of the season?
It's always the last game of the year. Auburn, Alabama's the Iron Bowl because of the iron industry in Birmingham, and they played it in Birmingham for every year. And now they transfer back and forth and go campus to campus.
How did you convince them to do Birmingham? How did they convince them to do Birmingham every year?
The biggest stadium was in Birmingham. The stadium on each campus was really, really small, and Legion Field in Birmingham.
So it was neutral.
So they claimed it was neutral. I mean, each team would just alternate being home. And then both of the campus stadiums got built so big, they finally, only because the state legislator made them do it, they had to make a law to make them move the game out of Birmingham. Auburn had to threaten to end the rivalry because the stadium was bigger and nicer, and Alabama still wanted it in Birmingham. So that was the name of that.
As far as college football goes, is there a bigger rivalry?
No, people say Ohio State, Michigan, or some of the teams Notre Dame's play. I'm
Rutgers, Nebraska?
Of course. Rutgers, Princeton.
Well, they got to have
Army, Navy.
People say Army,
Florida
Navy.
and Georgia always have to play in Jacksonville because they had to play at a neutral site because it got too nuts.
Yes, yeah.
I've been to the Red River game. That's Texas and Oklahoma.
That's a big one. Washington State's called the Apple Cup, but I just think that's adorable because there's only like 30,000 people at that. So we have that at girls volleyball.
Girls volleyball.
Everybody gets a little bit of cider.
Yes.
You picked the wrong sport. Girls volleyball is pretty terrific.
Right.
Those asses are amazing.
I'm not shitting on girls volleyball.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Is this one of the reaction videos? I got to see.
Why are they filming people watching this if it's not set up?
Just because rednecks losing their mind. I guess they think it's funny.
No, but why would you have a camera on somebody towards the end of the game?
Oh, right.
True.
Go! You can run it out! You can run it out! Sheena! Oh my god! We did it again, boy! We did it again!
I gotta go fake.
Yeah,
I've
never rooted for a stroke. So
no. I'm saying he already knew the play happened. Let's rewind and make a video.
Yeah, why would you be Why would you be filming that guy?
No, they do this all the time
because
because they want to watch you flipping out at the end of the game.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let me.
Jesus, that New York pessim. That ain't fake. Fake. Lunar landing never happened.
That happened.
Oh, you got to get the one with the Alabama fans.
Yeah, where they get sad.
Yeah. You want the sad one.
You got to have the sad one.
Yeah. Definitely want the sad
I love the girl who yells at the other girl that goes to Auburn. She goes, "Y'all just lost!" That's my favorite. That's my fucking favorite one.
Speaking of the moon landing, did you see the video that popped over the weekend of the astronauts falling down?
What is it? No.
There's a whole montage of the astronauts walking on the moon falling down. Because they only showed the footage of them figuring it out, but they had a real tough time actually walking on the moon.
You're saying there's B-roll.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
I like it.
If you can find that as well as we look at videos right now.
They got two.
Oh, here's the other side.
Alabama fan.
How can you do that?
Fake.
I was on outside the lines.
So fake.
I was on outside the lines the next day.
You guys aren't getting the good ones.
Wait, can you go with the crying guy? The famous crying guy?
I hate the fucking fake. Everything's fake. I swear to God.
No, I remember this guy, but they did a mashup. Just play that. Here's the field goal.
56-yarder.
No good.
Does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the end zone. He'll run it out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
No. 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 Hell no. No.
35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh my God.
Davis is going running all the way back.
That's fake.
Auburn's going to win the football
That's
game.
fake.
Yeah, that didn't even happen.
It's my favorite cry clip of all time.
Remember that guy?
He's crying so long he's got time to scratch his chin.
What was the story behind that again? That guy was homeless?
The son said, I still love you.
It's fake. It's fake. That just takes all the enjoyment of everything you watch. Santa Claus isn't real. It's over.
Fake.
It's fake.
Anyway.
It didn't happen.
That's great. Try to find the astronauts falling down on the moon. I just assumed they knew what they were doing up there.
Yeah.
But they had B-roll that they weren't going to show us.
I never would have guessed that ever, yeah.
Well, honestly,
Totally.
Alabama, you just had it. Where'd you go?
Oh, you get one?
Both
Yeah,
telling
a
me
bunch of
different
them.
things.
Dude, I would be like,
that's all
let's
right.
get the fuck out of here. The second we got to the moon. There, you stood on it.
Was he going for a field goal? Oh.
On the way.
Yeah, and if it comes up short, if you catch it, you can return it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Returned by Chris Davis.
Why didn't they tackle him?
They had all the fat dudes in to block for the field goal. They had none of their speed people in there, so they couldn't catch him once he got past them.
You think that guy got laid?
No flags. Touchdown. Auburn.
He's still playing. I think he's in the league. I think he's on the team
Played for
somewhere.
the Chargers for a
Yeah,
while.
He did.
What year was that?
2013.
Oh.
It's got, no, does not have the leg. And Chris Davis takes it in the back of the
I
end
gotta
zone.
show people.
Jesus.
It's all fake. It's all fake. All those 100,000 people. Never happened. It's fake.
I'm surprised. I'm in one of these booths right there. I'm surprised
You were at that fucking game.
I'm at that game in one of those suites right there. I was at the two best.
How
Auburn.
nuts were you?
It was my niece, my brother's daughter that he likes.
Right.
She called it. Somebody went, "Why are we putting Chris Davis back there?" And she's like, she's 28, and she's like, "Hey, dumbass, you can run a field goal back if they miss it." And then that's what happened, and everybody went apeshit. We were jumping around in the suite doing the exact same thing.
Wow.
It was a good day, man.
That's fucking insane.
I was at two games where with under 2 minutes to go, there was no way Auburn was going to win. The other one was in 72, and in the last 2 minutes of the game, there's no footage of this. This Terry's senior year, Auburn, the same guy blocks two punts, and the same guy catches both of them and runs them in for a touchdown. And they're losing 16-3, and in the last 2 minutes, they win 17-16. Two block punts, same dude, same guy runs them in.
And an 11-year Opie was there going, it's fixed.
Bullshit.
Just ruining your good time. Bullshit. It's all bullshit.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. Bill Burr, sold-out show at Madison Square Garden. What else are you promoting there, Bill?
F is for Family comes out on Netflix
Right.
finally on
December 18th.
December 18th. Thank you, Jimmy.
And you got a Friday night band show.
The goddamn Comedy Jam, Josh Adam Meyer's show.
Yeah.
For part of the New York Comedy Festival, which I still want to call the Toyota Comedy Festival. Remember that way back in the day?
Wasn't Steve Allen involved with that or something? Who was
I just remember that
Alan King.
When the festival first started.
Alan King, it was.
When the festival first started, it has no money. Remember that? And all they would do was just put Toyota Comedy Festival like behind
It'd
you.
be a banner hanging down. They bring it in and hang it down.
And it was the same lineup that was every year. It was just New York comics. It was nobody from out of town. It was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Part of the Toyota Comedy Festival.
Jimmy's going to be in Erie?
And I also have, tickets on sale for New Year's Eve in Rhode Island. Birmingham, Alabama, they go on sale at noon today. The pre-sale, the name is Norton, the password. And then I got Vegas and the Foxwoods on sale today at 10 a.m. for February and May.
Ron White running for president. Taking it very seriously.
Very serious.
Going to be on Fox a little later today?
That's right, I am. I'm going to be on Fox, and I'm going to go tell some dick jokes this weekend in D.C. and then some other town.
Virginia.
Yes. And then Vic
And I'm in
Henley.
Cincinnati.
Virginia's not a town.
I know. Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay,
Norfolk,
right.
Virginia. I'm in Cincinnati for Thanksgiving week, 6 shows.
Very
So,
cool.
come to Cincinnati.
We almost got the moon thing. We're getting close
Where
to
did you
finding
post?
it.
You posted it somewhere the other day.
I know. I don't remember. I'll try to find it during the break.
I hope you have a Larry Flint weekend.
Thanks. That's a perfect Cincinnati compliment. Thank you, Jim. Me too.
We might be losing Ron White because I think he has to do other radio. I think you got Pete Dominic in a few minutes, but it's always a pleasure seeing you, sir.
That's always great to see you guys, man. Thanks for having me on this
Good
morning.
luck and thank you for
Great to see you, too, man.
Yeah, Ron.
Congratulations on
right
all
back
this
at you.
hugeness.
Right back at you, man. Right back at you.
We will continue. What a room. We lost Ron White. We still got Vic Henley and Bill Burr in the studio. And we got Sophie Simmons outside.
Oh, she here?
Yeah, Gene's daughter. Gene's lovely daughter.
Yeah, her Instagram is a thing of beauty.
Is it delight? What does she do on her Instagram?
She's posts a lot of great photos of herself with bikinis, and she's sexy.
Giving Dane Cook a run for his money.
Well, I don't know if
with the
she has-
sexy shots.
I don't know if anyone has a better ass than Dane on Instagram. Dane's cheeks are very solid. He reminds me of fucking Warren in 10 to Midnight, running down the street naked.
Yes.
Where Clint Eastwood, the Escape from Alcatraz, he has cheeks like Clint in Escape from Alcatraz.
Well, let's get Sophie in here and talk to her. What is she doing these days? She's singing, obviously.
Yeah.
Debut single for Sophie. Welcome.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You know
My brother says hi.
Yes. I did we did that benefit thing down at the.
We did for my charity.
Oh, is that what it's for?
Yeah.
I never know what it's for. I just always
Just
go in
show
there.
up, yeah.
Yes.
You got a charity already?
I do. I started a Center for Abused Children when I was 18.
Beautiful.
What were you doing at 18?
I of course, making us look stupid.
Exactly.
I wasn't doing anything.
I'm still caddying. And she's setting up charity. That's pretty impressive.
Why Vancouver?
I'm Canadian.
Oh,
So
are you?
Yeah.
I
Me
know
and
that.
my mom and Nick, if he claimed citizenship, but
Oh, good deal.
Well, you were born in Canada, or just because your mom is?
born in LA and then grew up in Whistler.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
Whistler, that's countrified. That's out there, right?
Well, I
A
mean,
little?
it's like a ski resort.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like beautiful.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
not really
that's
the
what
country.
I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not a thriving metropolis.
No. I mean, we have like one movie theater, one grocery store.
Right.
You know,
Vancouver's. I want to go to Vancouver.
Spectacular.
I hear great things about it. Never been.
stunning, super clean.
That's what I
Everyone's
hear.
really nice and apologetic.
Until they lose the cup, then they burn down the city.
Right.
Other than that,
That
Are you a
wasn't our
hockey
shining moment.
hockey fan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Canucks
good for
fan.
you. All right.
how you guys doing this year?
Well,
Yeah, all
we
right.
do every year.
Yeah.
Not great.
Get you excited, and then it goes down the.
We get pretty far sometimes, but then we shit the bed and that's it.
I thought you guys had us a few years ago. You won the first 2 games. Not to bring up a bad.
Do you mean us as in Boston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good old Bruins.
'Cause us is not, that's not including me because,
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I hate Boston.
Oh, you
so-
do?
Not the city, there's just the sports teams.
Well, I would too if we came in and.
Yeah.
Stole
No,
your
yeah,
dream.
like it's justified.
Were you one of the people burning down the city?
No, I wasn't. I was held up in a hotel room when that was happening.
Oh, you were. I actually, you know something, you know where we were that night they won it? I was doing your tour, the Anti-Social Network tour. We were at the Chicago Theater. You remember that? And I was up
You were
there
in the green room. We do
screaming
signings
like a
after.
girl with 4 minutes left.
Nice.
And
I've
Bill's
never
coming
had-
out, but he's watching
Fake.
hockey.
I never. Fake. Yeah, as I literally went. I went. Oh my God, they're gonna do it! Like the highest pitch ever. That's all I needed you to be like. Fake. He's not from Boston. He's from the suburbs.
Doesn't care.
He's one of those guys. No matter what video you show, no matter how funny
No,
it is, he kills it. He kills it.
So
Says
does
it's
my
fake.
brother. Everything I show him. I'm like, look at this funny dog. He's like,
There's a
that's
lot of
not
fake
real.
videos
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
real.
A lot of
It's
fake ones. So,
But then the good ones get lost in the mix.
But can't you just believe in the magic of the 30-second video?
I like to think in magic.
Yeah, it's a nice thought,
It's
but
the
then you
holiday
end up getting
season.
hurt.
Huh?
It's the holiday season. Can you have a little magic dust? sprinkled
It's
on?
not
I think
the
I could do
holiday
that.
season yet. It
Sure
is
it is.
way too early.
It's the holiday
It's the
season.
holiday. Right.
Doobie, can I do a duet on your next album? I'll sing.
Wait, can we actually?
Yeah, we'll do like an outtake.
They start after Halloween now. It used to be we try to get to Thanksgiving, not anymore. Have you walked around New York? And all the Christmas stuff is up already.
All the lights, all the trees, all the carols are playing in every store.
Yes.
A lot of people get mad that it's like, it's all about gifts now. It's like, yeah, that's what's fun about Christmas.
always has
Yeah, that's the good part.
Who wants it to be about Christ all the time? That would get old.
Too commercialized.
Yeah.
It's fake.
I like
It
commercialized.
got commercialized. Christmas never happened.
Fake.
Fake.
Crucifixion.
Hey,
Dude, you got to make a video you down the mall when little kids are meeting Santa Claus. You got to be yelling out, fake.
That's great.
Not real.
That's great.
That's a chick with the beard.
Punch your stomach. It's a pillow.
Hey.
It's a pillow.
Hey, I want to start with your Instagram. Jimmy just turned me on to it. Wow. I'm following you immediately.
Yeah.
A lot of bikini shots.
Yeah, I kind of went through a body transformation, health, fitness thing in the past couple of years.
Did you?
So.
Why? What was going on?
I always struggled with weight and body image, and I found out I had a bunch of food allergies I didn't know about, so I kind of just cut them out of my diet, and it really changed everything for me.
What'd you stop eating?
You're gonna laugh because it's all the good things: dairy, yeast, chocolate.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I cut down on sugar.
I mean, yay. That's good.
That's good, right? And I'm allergic to apples.
Apples?
Yeah, stupid apples.
Lucky for him, he's not allergic to bananas.
Stupid apples.
What? Joke.
How did you find out what you were allergic to?
Blood tests.
Blood test. So were you just feeling like I don't know, lethargic or something? Like there's got to be something else. Like
Yeah.
how did you even think to do that?
I was just always tired, and no matter what I did, I couldn't lose weight. So, like, every fad diet, every exercise, nothing was working for me, so I knew there had to be something wrong. I do have a slow thyroid, and I'm also gluten intolerant. I just found out this week, which I'm just not cutting out, because it's too many things now, and what else am I going to eat? So...
Well, look at that picture of you, though, man. You figured it out, obviously.
Yeah, well, you were kind of like doing plus size modeling, right?
Yeah, I'm still considered plus size.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is?
No,
I'll
it's
you know why that
actually-
is.
it's- yeah,
I understand
I
that. No, my giggle was, how can this hot be plus size?
Yeah.
No, you know what it is?
But plus
She's too
size can be
happy.
hot. That's what it is.
She's too
Too
happy.
happy.
Like, no,
No, I need
she's
plus-
eating. She's eating. So she's got to be plus size. When you're sitting over in the corner all miserable and just fucking looking gray, they're like, okay, yeah, you're a model.
So you weren't shy about putting up pictures of yourself even when you were heavier, because if you were modeling, so you're used to.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't consider myself a model, but I definitely kind of wanted to be an advocate for women of all sizes, no matter what size I am. And I think there's happiness at whatever weight or pant size you are. So I don't see.
I would disagree with that. When I put on like another 20, I want to kill myself.
I don't feel shame for any size I've ever been.
Well, I was a really.
When those jeans get a little tight.
Yeah, that's
when you go to reach for that remote and you just feel that extra slab of fat on the side of you, you just want to kill yourself.
I'm not
But you reach
talking
for
about
more
unhealthy.
Fritos.
That's not
Then
fake.
you got to get some ice cream to get
Bring it
rid
all
of the,
together?
yeah, the salt rush. Yeah, it's like you're speedballing food, and you're just sitting there going up and down. Yeah, you want to kill you. Like right now, the second I get back to LA, I got to get back into working out. I haven't been.
You're
I've been,
heavy, though.
I've
You're
been
looking good in
boozing.
shape.
Oh, it's because I lost a ton of weight, and then I gave myself a 10-pound cushion to just sit there, eating pizza and all that stuff.
That's fine.
I don't like who I am right now, Jimmy.
Oh, Bill, don't I relate?
And then did you eat through that 10-pound cushion? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, you go on the fucking road. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know how you guys do it.
You
with
go
that
on the road,
shit.
and all it is the show's over, and you're trying to stay out long enough so you're so tired that when you get back to the empty hotel room, you just fall asleep, so you don't got to sit there staring at that wall.
And the mini bar.
I'm with you on that one.
The mini bar is calling you.
Pringles and
eventually
the Oreos.
Oh, Pringles.
Just sitting there with the crumbs piling up on my chest. Just hating myself.
Chex Party mix.
Hating myself.
I know, believe me.
There's no worse moment than that when you feel the salt in your fat stomach. You're like, why did I eat that?
Well, you know what's the worst? Is you fucking do an hour on the treadmill and you're loving it, and it's like 2 cookies. It just negates
All
the
of
whole
it.
fucking thing.
Gone.
Do you ever feel like you've been running forever on the treadmill and you look at it and it's like 40 calories burned?
Oh yeah. You know what I
You're
feel?
like,
I feel like
what?
that when I do my stand-up act. Like that's got to be an hour. 8 minutes. Fuck. Hey, what do you do for a living? This town is crazy.
Like, that was everything I brought with me.
No, I can't.
All right.
I don't. I'm either totally into working out or just eating like a piece of shit. So I'm on the piece
No
of
in
shit side.
between.
I gotta
But that's,
turn it back
that's
around.
normal. Who's perfect all the time, eating healthy all the time? It's just only
You got to get a
1%.
show on the Oprah Winfrey Network. I'm calling it right now because you have an ability to just you finding the light, right?
Yeah, she's making you feel better.
Hey, everybody does that. This made me
okay.
feel good.
Yeah, you don't do it
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
sit eating Fritos today, being like, this is okay.
I told
Everything's
you-
all right.
Okay, so there was a mini bar in my room, and now there isn't because I've demolished it. But yesterday, don't laugh if this happens.
Vic keeps laughing at her.
I know. I'm like, I
know,
eat,
Vic.
and you're like,
I'm nervous.
she eats.
It's
Like, what?
Because it's the too hot girl, and I don't know what to do. I feel like an old dork. So I'm just sitting here giggling nervously like an idiot.
I've never seen you like
No,
this.
because I don't know what to do.
Your face is red. You're
It
kind
is
of
right
shrinking
now.
into
It's
yourself.
bad. It is. It's
But
very
you're
bad.
like a
goofball. You're acting like a goofball.
Yeah.
What's
You're
wrong with you?
justifiably ashamed.
It is. That's what it is. I'm justifiably ashamed.
no.
So you raided the minibar?
Oh yeah, I ate a bag of Pirates Booty Pringles Oreos.
No, you got to do it.
You have to. You start with that.
Do you eat them in a row, or will you space? Like if I start eating, I just kind of go, "Oh fuck it, you're already in it," and then I'll just.
No, I don't like sit around. I don't like tiptoe around the minibar. I take the whole basket and I sit in bed.
Oh wow!
Because then I don't have to get up. Really, is I'm just saving time.
You binge. A little bit of a binge.
I'm not binging. I'm hungry.
Got to leave it over there
Gotta
because
eat some
those
food.
calories when you walk back and forth,
Right.
that'll get rid of maybe
Those
half a
2
potato
calories.
chip. Yeah.
Do you put the fingers down your throat ever?
No.
After
no.
doing all that?
I've been
No.
tempted. I've never done it, but I've understood why people would.
Yeah.
Like you have
I've
to,
been so full that I'm like, man, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I should. But
Should I
then
puke right now?
I'm just more afraid of throwing up. I think.
Like that's when you know you've eaten a lot. Like, should I
Yeah.
just make myself throw up?
But you feel like if you move too quickly, you might.
Yeah, the Romans did it. You know, they had a nice run.
Yeah.
Sophie, you weren't a Kiss fan growing up, huh? Because you don't really know the songs or anything?
No.
I'm reading here. It says she does not know the words to most Kiss songs.
I don't.
That's strange, I think.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's her dad. He's just like, yeah.
Like if your dad is a plumber, like, do you know how to fix a sink?
Yeah,
but like
but
maybe not.
If my dad
if
was
you don't
Gene
want to be a
Simmons,
plumber,
I think
don't
I
know.
would. I don't know. We were all Kiss fans growing up. I guess that's why it's strange. to
Yeah,
us.
but if you
But
lived
you're
with
like-
Gene and he was telling you to make your bed and do all that type of stuff, you'd start to resent him.
Yeah, my thoughts about Gene Simmons were never like be home by 9. Like, oh, who wants to hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
Did you
rock
ever
and
get
roll
into
all
the-
night. No, you don't. You
Yeah.
want to crush my dreams. It's like, I don't want to listen to your music. You start liking the music that he hates, you got to rebel, right?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I like all the music that my brother and my dad absolutely hate.
What don't they like?
Like what?
Anything
Yeah.
popular whatsoever.
Pop songs?
Anything, yeah. Anything on the radio now.
Do you play
Taylor Swift.
dubstep just to freak him out?
No, I don't do that.
You
Not
don't?
that
Okay.
far.
Taylor Swift, something like that. Anything poppy.
Yeah, anything like that. It's just, yeah. They appreciate the showmanship and the hard work. They just don't want to listen to the music, which I get.
Are you older than your brother?
No, younger.
All right. Can you kick his ass?
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
He's been hitting the gym. Have you seen him lately? He's
No.
got some guns. He's got a little six-pack happening.
There you go. Little six-packer like that, you keep him in his place.
That's why I
Yeah,
brought
he's got a
it.
little
That's why
six-pack.
I
brought
mean, he
this
just
up.
started. I don't want to be like, good job, because then he'll stop going. So I
All
have
right.
to.
And you never liked how he dressed as
Your
well,
dad?
huh?
My dad?
Yeah.
Well,
you
no,
didn't
I
think he
mean-
had style.
He wore
I find this fascinating,
Awful. He
'cause
wore
he-
awful things all through the 80s and 90s, and then we kind of got him into the uniform of like jeans
amazing.
and a suit jacket, which is a little more appropriate than like lace up leather pants, because you just can't walk around like that.
You didn't like them?
And they're like, well, on a hot day, like, you know, they just like they squeak.
I
and
love that
it's
Gene
just not
squeak.
appropriate.
I love
No.
that Gene has to take shit at home.
Well,
No, but
I
there's
love
that
it.
thing. You have to dress your fucking age. That is a thing.
that's the thing, right? Like, you don't
but-
want to see
but he's a rock
someone's
star,
grandma
though.
in like a super short skirt.
Speak for yourself.
I
I'd
mean,
like to see
power
that very
to
much.
them if you wear what you want to wear. But like, if that's my grandma, I would be like, Grandma, we should have a talk about like the hemline.
Yeah.
So
There
you
you
took
go.
you took his leather pants away from him, huh?
Oh, we burned them actually.
Really?
Yeah, in a bin in the backyard. It was fun.
Beautiful.
I'm not even kidding.
Was he a part
we
of that?
actually burned it.
Was he a part of that, or did you do it when he wasn't there?
No, he just sat. He sat there with his arms crossed. It was 2 against 1. It was me and my mom burning his clothes.
I got a buddy of mine, like he's pushing 40, and when he goes to something, like it's a nice event, like he thinks it's totally acceptable if he shows up in a brand new pair of Jordans. And he just goes, dude, they're Jordans. They're Jordans.
No,
It's like,
no.
dude, you look like a 7th grader waiting for the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And see, dude, he's got one fucking pair. I swear to God, like they look like they should have like the blinking lights when you run, when you run with them. And he just keeps going, they're Jordans, they're Jordans. It's like,
No.
dude, even Jordans,
Yes.
there was some that weren't that good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because they're Jordans doesn't mean it's immediate
Dude,
pass.
the Jordans, the Jordans. It's like, get a pair of shoes. You're an adult. You know?
Yes.
Just saying.
I mean, yeah, that's on a much smaller level than what my dad's closet was.
Was there
It
anything else?
I would not want to see my dad in leather pants. I could tell you,
Right?
where they lace up here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it
no,
has
no,
crotch
lace
area.
up
no,
crotch.
I agree.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's gross, and he's had them forever, so they were super
Nasty.
Was it a whole burning
yeah.
pile, or was it just the pants? Were there
It was a
other
pile. No, it
things?
was a pile.
What,
Yeah.
what else was outlandish in there?
He had a really long, almost like Matrix-like leather coat
like
that
the
he
duster.
used to
Oh,
wear.
trench coat?
The
Yeah.
duster.
We've seen
Yeah.
that on him.
Ah,
Super-
you made him burn
all the
that?
time. Yes.
Why? You should have gave it to a fan.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah, that's a good
It looks like
charity.
he's about to go, huh? Like
Oh,
whenever
like a
he's
flashing?
yeah.
Well, it's because he had the leather pants underneath it. Now, if you just use that as an accent piece, like the way the ladies dress there in Paris, where it's just about the hat or just the bag,
Or
right?
do you frequent
Huh?
Paris?
Huh? I've been there a couple of times.
He liked that.
No, those people can fucking dress.
They can.
Because everything is just muted colors, and then it just bam.
Well, you just wear black, yeah.
You could have done that with that. I'd see
I mean,
the
with
bag.
him in jeans and a jacket, I feel like that's pushing it for him, and he's just getting comfortable with that.
I see the new pictures of your dad, though. So you did right by him. He
He's
looks
looking
good. He looks
He's got a
good.
couple different jackets now.
What do
he
you-
had one black one for like 5 years and wouldn't wear anything else. So now he's got a black one and a dark red one and like a beige one, which he never won't wear.
You would think if you're Gene Simmons, your kids would give you a pass.
Yeah.
I love
just
that.
love
that.
Dad Gene
But
Simmons.
you can't let your dad get
I love
gross. You know what I mean? You have to take care of your parents.
He'll never
You
be
can't let
gross
them
to his
get weird.
fans, though. His fans will always think he's a
Dad,
rock star.
enough
Right.
with the leather
Yeah.
pants.
So like he has to take care. Like we force him to work out. We force him to eat better. You have to take care of your parents.
What do you think of the fans? The Kiss fans?
They're amazing. They're dedicated and
Really dedicated.
oh my gosh,
Obsessive.
they might be the most dedicated fans of all time.
That's a tough point to you. I think you're pretty close.
Tell me.
You go.
I do. Yeah, when they're in town, or we did the Kiss cruise, which was super interesting. This is like 5,000 people who like want a piece of your hair. And, like, do you know what I mean? Like it's that level of intimacy, kind of, and they know everything about you, which is just
And
super
you can't
interesting.
escape them either.
No, you're on a boat. You're
Yeah.
stuck for like 5 days.
You got to stay in your room.
Yeah. We were out and about with them, and then it kind of pulls up to these little islands around the Bahamas,
perform.
and we went to Jamaica.
That sounds like fun.
Is that where all
But
those
it's cool.
photos are from the Instagram?
Yeah.
Those are a hit.
They're a delight.
Yeah, they really are.
I know, because every time he says bikini.
They're really good pictures.
I know.
That's so funny because
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I can't see them, so it's just in my imagination.
You
They're
wanna
only
see
on.
the-
They're only,
They're
no, I don't know. I've got it. I'm
There.
good.
Look at this one.
I'm sure it's all fine.
It's wonderful.
I'm sure it's all fine.
Wow, it's the picture
But
of the
I know,
honestly,
here-
the
okay,
whole
here you go.
point of
There you
that,
go. Oh yeah, see, right.
the whole point of that though is there's a ton of these models on Instagram that show their bodies, and they're kind of like the fitness role models for young girls, but they're all like super, super thin and unattainably fit. So I wanted to kind of show that there's different body types you can look up to, and there's different sizes you can be and still be healthy.
Did you read the, there was a blog, one of the most popular Instagram accounts. She's a really hot girl, and she explained exactly what she had to do to be that hot in the pictures, and it wasn't pretty. Starving herself.
No, yeah,
and-
yeah. I
Did you
read
read all that?
I did. But that's, I mean, I don't know why she would do that. I know that's the girl, yeah.
Yeah, claiming social media is not real life. She finally, she had a lot to lose by coming out and
But
saying
why not
all
just
this.
show pictures of herself as she is instead of?
Right,
she's
exactly.
like all these.
That's what I'm saying. Like no one's telling you to starve yourself to look that way. I know that there's social pressure, and I know that that's kind of who you're seeing daily on your news feeds now. There's a lot of pressure to look like that, but at some point you have to take it upon yourself and know that that's not right for your body, and that your body's not the same shape as someone else's.
Yeah,
You got to tough up, basically. Accept
I mean,
be who you are.
I don't like to victim shame, because it is a lot of pressure from media and from fashion to look a certain way,
They
especially
need to
for young
toughen up.
girls. But young girls need to realize that pressure's coming at them from all angles and deal with it better. And there really isn't a class for that.
Yeah.
How many followers does she have on Instagram? She walked away from.
Well,
Quite a few, I think.
600,000 or
Yeah.
something?
she's still on there, but she's now.
I never
being-
heard of her. Was she just a
This
social
was-
media model? What did she do?
There's a ton of Instagram girls with like 1 million followers, 600,000 followers that do. I know, seriously, there's a ton of them now. So many
I
on
was just
Instagram.
picturing what all their followers are doing.
She became.
It's just
She
like,
became even
how do
more.
you turn that into money?
Brands endorse you to post something for them. So L'Oreal will come to you and say, we want you to post about our mascara, and you have the mascara in a photo and they pay you
But
for
isn't
it.
it just mostly
All
creepy
guys, yes.
Yeah, like I'm not going to buy the mascara. Aren't they just rubbing one out to the photo? I'm
Yeah.
not trying to be gross here,
I
but
don't know. I mean, there are a couple of social media bloggers that are really popular with women. Like,
I love how eloquently you just handled that question. Aren't they just sort of rubbing one out?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You know, when you really when you think about it. That was fucking great.
What do you think of Kim Kardashian? She's obviously the queen of that world.
I really actually respect the Kardashians. Not so much because of what they're doing with their careers, although that's respectful and they do work hard, but because they're portraying a different type of woman to aspire to. They're curvier, they're athletic, they're active, and they're not shy about being who they want to be. So I love that about them. They're not hiding behind anything, definitely.
All right. Good answer.
Ta-da!
Did you like? Was that a real answer?
I think it was.
Yeah. You didn't think it was fake?
It was uncomfortable how real it was.
Yeah, but she's right though. They're really lovely.
It's the positivity.
I mean, before that, all we had to look up to.
That's what's throwing you off.
Like Kate Crawford.
I really am built
I just like to tease you, Opie. That's all.
I mean, when I was growing up, we didn't have any curvy women really to look up to. We had 90s supermodels, and they were all statuesque and tall and size 2. And now, at least, some young girls have a different type of body to look up to. They have Beyoncé's, they have Kim Kardashian's, they have something else besides being 6 foot blonde and size 2.
Right.
Let me ask you this: why would I never look at like a male model and be like, God damn it, I got to live up to that? Like I always look at it like, oh, that's a model. You know, and he's going to go do model things, and I look like Ron Howard, so I'm going to live in my own little fishbowl over here. Like, I don't understand why people look at people. Like, if I watch, like, Fight Club and I see Brad Pitt, that just makes me want to go to the gym. I don't go like, oh, he's fucking making me feel like he's Brad Pitt. He's the shit.
I mean, we're not sitting here thinking like, oh, I really need to look like that person. It's very subconscious.
I think you are. I think you are.
I don't think so. I think it's
fucking
subconscious.
with you. Jesus Christ, I'm
no,
joking.
Seriously, the way you feel when you go, oh, I should go to the gym. Like, a lot of guys feel that way because you're not getting as much of it pushed in your face as girls are.
How would you know that, though?
Because there's maybe all of the magazines in the world, there's maybe 1 or 2% that are men's magazines.
But you're not a guy, though.
No, I do live with a guy.
I know, but my always thing is how women always say, like, what guys are going through, and it's always easier.
You're right.
On some level, and it's just like, well, you've never been a guy, so you don't know. And yet
You're right,
we also
absolutely.
die 8 years before you do, on average. So there's something going on that has to be difficult,
maybe if you worked
right?
out instead of rubbing it out on Instagram.
Don't victim shame
you might
me.
live longer.
See what she victim shame you. See that? That's the classic thing, though. But it always goes back to that. It always goes back, well, maybe it's your fucking fault. See that? That's that thing, though.
No, you're absolutely
my
right.
thing with the whole male-female thing is if they have a problem, it's like it's addressed. And if a guy has a problem, it's just like, well, toughen up.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Don't patronize me.
No, I'm rephrasing what I said before. From my perspective, solely, not speaking for all women or all men, I felt there was a lot more pressure for me to look a certain way than there was for my brother growing up. Just based on my personal
Tougher
experience.
to be a girl than tougher to be a guy.
For me, in my
your
life,
opinion.
absolutely.
Sure.
Women, I think it's self-inflicted. Because I don't think like I ever like was thinking like, oh, this woman needs to look like this to be in my life. Like I was always like, you know, as a guy, you're going around just, hitting on women, hoping someone's going to like you.
But women judge us like a little differently like, on personality stuff. Like, I like a good personality, but for me, I like the level of attractive women I've dated, I would never have gone as far below my range as they have gone to date me. Like, I would like the women I've dated should not have dated me physically. I would never have gone.
What are you talking about? You're a fucking star of radio.
But I mean, look,
you were Spider-Man.
I know I was
Come on.
linchpin, as people say, but I have. But I would never have done that. I would never have done that. Like, people say. I've dated a lot better looking than I should have, and I would never have dated uglier than I should have.
I mean, think of it this way. How many products are out there to help women, quote, look better, and how many products there are for men?
Yeah, but I would always argue that there's something that balances that out. Like that, just this fantasy that a guy, just being a guy is a cakewalk.
No, I don't think that whatsoever. I think there's
interviews.
a huge pressure for guys to provide, which is not necessarily fair. Huge pressure for guys to be masculine, hide their feelings.
Yeah, and it's marketed.
I don't think that's fair.
It's marketed. You know, they got this new thing, a push present. Like when your wife has a kid or something, like it's like my dad always bought my mother something when she had a kid. It goes without saying, but now it's going to get marketed.
It's been out there for a while.
It's going to become this thing where you got to drop like 10 G's or you didn't appreciate what your wife went through, and it's that fucking pressure there's always that pressure of like keep her happy. Like, hey, like you watch when the holiday season comes around here, they're going to start doing the engagement ring thing, and then they got the whole fucking thing that this is supposed to cost 3 months of your yearly salary. That's fucking insane. And there's no pressure on the other side. So my thing is like, I obviously, you know, I'm not saying that any like women's issues that I don't think any of them are justified. But my thing that bothers me as a guy is when women talk about what it's like to be a guy and then just immediately just go, well, it's easy. Oh, it's easier for a guy to lose weight. It's easier for a guy to do this. And it's just like,
said it was easier.
I'm not saying that. No. I'm just saying that like but at one point you did speak for guys. Then you rephrased it. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying generally speaking, now I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in the media in general, there's sort of this thing that's like, you know, women, you know, have to do X, Y, and Z. They got to go up 50 mountains. If a guy shows up, they just give it to him.
Well, I feel like why that's in the media so much is because people keep clicking on it, and it sells magazines to cater to women who buy magazines. So I'm sure that they're putting out content catered to their audience.
We have our issues too, is what Bill's saying.
Absolutely.
We look like
no, my thing is I would never speak for women as far as like what they have to go through because I'm not a woman. What would I know?
Look at us in commercials. We're just stupid assholes in every commercial.
That's because they're not marketing to us, though. Those are products they're marketing to women.
Yeah.
Like when they're trying, because they're trying to get. They think a lot of times the wife makes more of the decisions on these household things,
and the guy
so
couldn't possibly make that decision.
The dopey guy, the dumb cluck husband. But that's because they're marketing to someone who would like that.
I love that commercial where the woman's on the computer and the husband's out looking at a beehive and he sticks like a broom handle up in it. Remember that? It's just like.
That's all we're
Thank
good
God
for.
she's here. I'm fucking stupid.
I don't even know how to turn the thing on.
So there is a lot. I'm not saying there's obviously not a bunch of ridiculously sexist things how men objectify women, but there's another thing out there that it just basically is out there repeatedly in the male-female relationship is that guys would be completely lost without women, and we are basically morons. And like they civilize us, and that's like I was never that guy. Like when I lived with guys and guys were animals, I'd be like, "Dude, pick up, do your dishes."
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, I was always that way. Yeah,
and chasing women, that was not fun. Was it fun to be just rejected all the time?
How can a man like you
exhausting.
be rejected?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, look at you
guys.
Look at you.
Thanks,
You're amazing. We're getting off topic. You got a new single coming out, right?
I do. Yes.
Well,
it's
I want
already.
Vic Henley to ask a question
about music.
You've been very quiet. Anything to Sophie Simmons?
Is it more poppy? You said the brother and the dad didn't like the pop. You think it's more mainstream pop song?
It's definitely more poppy. It's a cover, actually, of a 90s song called "Kiss Me"
by Sixpence None the Richer,
Yes,
which is also a cover. There's the original version is somebody else. It's a British band, I believe.
Right. Exactly.
I had to go with that.
Do you know that?
Because I'm a music fiend and I know.
Herman and
Does
the
he read
Hermits.
the breakdown we sent over?
No. I just know a lot
He's
of
Rain
trivial
Man with
music,
weird
weird ass
shit.
things on music mainly.
Can I hear the original for one? I never knew this was a cover originally.
The Sixpences? They were from Austin, Texas, I think. They one hit wonder, come and gone.
No, not the. I want the.
No, but the original version is look it up.
Do you know the name of the original?
There's one before that, I believe.
That's what he's saying.
That's
one
what I'm
that.
guessing.
Warrant.
Yeah.
Was it Warrant?
It was Warrant. Warrant put it out.
There's not. I don't know if we can find it, but whatever.
Would you do a duet with your father?
No. I mean, I don't think he would want to do a duet that would be the type of songs that I write, because they're very poppy. I don't know if it would suit his voice. But I always thought it would be really fun to do... What?
You start off with that.
Yeah,
you do the Louis
Louis
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
And then turn it
I
into
thought it would
a
be really, really fun to do like a family Christmas album, but we can't get everyone on board at the same time, so...
Oh, that's a layup. That would sell.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I think it would just... I wasn't thinking about selling.
No, but donate
which is
to-
dumb. I was just thinking about, cute family...
And the charity?
Your dad could wear those red leather pants that you haven't burned yet? Sorry.
Wow. All right. I got to read this for you. So, "Kiss Me," your first single. The song has been played nearly 2 million times on Spotify, and this month it reached #1.
You know how hard that is this day and age to get 2 million? That's
viral
amazing.
tracks playlist in multiple countries, including the U.S., Mexico, and Switzerland. Holy shit!
Because haven't they dropped like
That's
what is considered like gold, platinum, and all that? Like back in the day, like
Well, you're not really selling records anymore.
right.
So there's kind of no way to tally it because everything's viral, and it's actually easier now for artists to put out single after single.
And to do an
Kind of
album.
productive to do an album because not all your songs are going to get the attention they
Of
need.
course.
Unless you're like Taylor Swift and if someone buys your whole album, listens to every song. But usually people are just buying the single that they heard on the radio.
Yeah, that's what I think is amazing about her is she actually in this day and age was still able to get to the point where she could sell at like the Staples Center Because that used to happen like back when they had MTV and there was the whole people paid for music. Remember going to like Virgin? You had like all the hit.
Oh,
all
yeah,
the number
I love
one.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I miss that.
Yeah.
But people don't promote new talent anymore, really. They're kind of just sticking to the talent they have, and they know it works, and they're picking people that are very similar to that
Safe
talent, but
and
no one's
easy.
going out and like finding garage.
They're not
bands.
taking risks.
No, absolutely not.
Do you remember Kiss singles? Anybody? They were cassette singles.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah.
Kiss singles.
No, I don't.
Yes,
No,
you would. You would not remember that.
No woman I'm attracted to
What's
should.
a cassette?
It's a cassette.
There's an EP. It was an EP, but on the cassette
No,
format.
yeah,
You just
I
wait
know what a
4 or 5
cassette is. I was just like,
Were you really just explaining what
way
it is?
too young to have that.
EP.
Oh,
I grew up with CDs. I don't know.
Sam Goody had the machine where you could go in there and make your own playlist out and pay per song and
What
hand it
is
to you.
Sam Goody?
And they would make
I
it.
feel
It's like
young.
Virgin. It's just an old
It's
a
a
record store.
record store.
It's a record store.
Strawberries,
It's a
records, and
record
tapes.
store.
Do you remember the Strawberries?
Let's start with
Peaches.
this.
Good
Do you know-
vibrations.
Peaches.
Do you know what a CD is? Let's start
Yes,
there.
I had
CDs.
started
Right.
with CDs,
Okay.
and then we
Yes.
quickly
All right,
got
that's good.
iTunes.
Do you remember the George Foreman grill?
I have a George Foreman grill.
Bam, there we go.
All
They
right.
still make
It's
them then. Huh?
fantastic.
How about this? Did you ever pay for music? See, you're looking at
Yes.
guys that used to have to pay for music and not
Yes,
download it
absolutely.
illegally. Or now legally.
I've never illegally downloaded music. I feel like that would be the ultimate no for my
Did you ever
family.
stand in line to buy tickets to a concert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What show?
What show?
I was at the Roxy. It was a band called New Beat Fund.
Couldn't you have just gotten tickets though? Why would you have to? Or did
I
you
thought
want
all
to
you
stand in
kids
line?
went online. You like bump your cell phones and then we both have tickets. It's like all in the air.
The ether.
Yeah, I don't know how it fucking works.
Yeah. I mean, you can go on StubHub and buy tickets if you want.
Can
but-
you remember the first time that you ever like, hey Dad, I know you're Dad, so can you hook me up? Do you remember like the first time you wanted something and
Yeah.
like, had to get the Gene hookup?
Yeah, I wanted to go to a Britney Spears concert when I was like 8, and then she ended up being super mean to me.
Why was
And
she
I was
mean?
like, I don't want to do that anymore.
So the first time you called in the favor, she was a dick.
Yeah, but I was also like 8, so maybe I took it way too personally. She probably.
Wait, you
wasn't
got
being-
backstage.
What
Got
happened?
backstage and I brought her like a present. It was like lip gloss or something. And I was like, here's your present. And she was so busy. She was like, just put it on the table with the others. And I like cried.
Ew.
But
You're 8. But you're 8 years old.
And
I
Gene
know,
Simmons'
but there was
daughter.
also like 1,000 8-year-olds that were doing the same thing. So I get
you
that
know
that's
what?
super annoying. But I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to do backstage anymore.
You know what?
Like,
Fuck
it was
her.
like, yeah.
Very empathetic person.
In fairness, lip
But
gloss
I
is not a great
understand that
gift.
after 2 hours of meeting 8-year-olds, you might not want to meet another 8-year-old.
You
I
know,
get it.
people twice your age don't have that level of empathy to
I'm with
try
you.
to just
I'm with
be
you.
like, you know what? Because what you're saying is probably right. Who's mean to an 8-year-old? Come on.
No,
I'm thinking
she probably was. I was probably 8 and a little sensitive, and she had met 40 of me before I walked in the door. So it
Oh,
was,
God.
I'm with you on the Oprah thing. Oprah's going to be calling her with the
Oh, yeah.
show because she's
got it.
spins it perfectly every time.
She does
I'm not trying
that.
to
She
say
has
it.
it. She absolutely has it.
See, she's being sincere. She's not spinning. She's being sincere.
It's just who she is.
I know. She can't
I just don't believe
control
that
the
people are
goodness.
innately shitty. Like, I feel like most people try to be nice most of the time, and I try to give everyone the benefit
I
of the
would
doubt.
agree.
Did she see you crying?
I don't recall.
But she wasn't nice to you after that?
I don't. I've
Hey,
never
the
seen her
Kleenex
after
are
that.
over there.
Actually, you know what?
Keep
I
it
did
moving,
see her
kid.
after that. I saw her when I auditioned
she's
for
gotta
X
go?
Factor.
has to go.
Vic has to go.
Tape something with Ron right now.
Oh God, I didn't know that. Uh oh.
Oh, look at
I'm
Big
being
Shot
summoned.
has to leave.
I'm being summoned. No,
Vic.
I remember the punchlines that were written the other day. That's
Hey,
probably what this
you
is
got
about.
your footing when it turned to music.
So it's fine.
You were struggling.
I was having a hard time. You can't
Except when she jokingly said she didn't know what a cassette was, and you, in a literal sense, explained
I
it.
was
That
doing
was
informational.
that was humiliating for all of us.
Casingle.
Oh yeah,
Casingle
Casingles,
different
yes.
from cassette.
Well, look at him. He's a little kid today.
Yes, he is.
I love this.
You can't put me
I
next
love
to the
this
hot
version
young
of
girl.
Vic
I don't know what to
Henley.
do.
All right, Vic,
so
where are
really,
you
if they're
gonna be?
looking for me, I'll go find. Come see me at Go Bananas in Cincinnati Thanksgiving
It's
week. I'm doing
10:40.
6 shows.
Yeah,
War
we're
Eagle.
gonna- we're gonna
War
leave
Eagle.
to-
War Eagle base.
Jimmy's got to get to Erie. Bill Burr's got to get ready for his sold-out gig at Madison Square Garden. Very happy for you.
Thank you.
We'll be there Saturday.
I wish you
Can't
said
wait.
it when she could have heard.
I'll say it again.
Thank you.
Bill Burr is going to be at Madison Square Garden Saturday. Sold-out show.
Oh,
Sold-out
shucks.
show.
Oh, shucks, Opie. Come on.
How cool are you? Who sells out Madison Square Garden?
Your
That's
dad.
Crazy.
That's
oh,
your
right.
You don't have a set, obviously. It's just you and a stool.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Low overhead. I like it.
Are you walking
That's
out?
right.
Are you
That's
walking,
right.
are you walking
There
out
you
to
go.
music? Do you have a walkout song?
Zeppelin.
I always just say play whatever you want to play. Oh no, actually, we do have something, but I can't say what it is. I'll tell you during the break. That's a little teaser. If you want to see what it is, people at home, you got to come out to the show.
Who do you got warming up for you?
I got Joe DeRosa and Paul Verzi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Paul's the other guy yet, right? Yeah. He's really funny.
Paul's the guy with the Jordans.
Joe.
He's the guy. I tease him. I love Paul, and I actually like his sneakers and that type of thing. But occasionally, we did Carnegie Hall, and he walked out with like a fucking hoodie and Jordans on. But dude, that Jordan. No wait, he had a pullover.
I like him
I just
a lot.
like teasing. Oh, he's the fucking best.
I got to start getting him on the show. I like him a lot. I saw him at Carnegie Hall with you a couple years back, and of course, Joe DeRosa's hilarious as well. That's gonna be a great show.
Joey Roses. Yep.
Nice. I think we got to start wrapping up. So we're gonna play your song.
Yay.
Yeah. Anything?
Thank you.
And come back and see us. I like Sophie Simmons.
Thank you.
Absolutely. What's the plug? SophieSimmons.com.
SophieTSimmons.com, yeah. Or follow me on my Instagram, which is Sophie_tweed_Simmons.
Okay.
My parents thought it would be fun to give me 5.
Calling it right now, major television career.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. We'll see.
I think so. You got something. You got something there, kid.
You got that, what do they call it? That it.
You got that you can't sell it. You can't buy it in a store.
Right, you got it. Absolutely.
Thank
I think
you.
you're just beginning, man. 23 years old. Jesus.
Yeah, she's more mature than I am.
That's what I
Who
was
has
thinking.
empathy at 23? Whose dad was a rock star? Like, you should be, like, completely messed up on drugs. Just a nightmare.
You know, I've never drank alcohol before or smoked or done any sort of drug ever.
Who?
Me, I've never.
You never did?
Just like your dad.
Yeah.
Ah, brilliant. Gene Simmons, hell of a parent.
And let me ask you one. How was he able to do that as a parent? Like, keep you off all that stuff? Because, I mean, that was his thing, obviously. We all know that. He never did any of that.
Yeah,
But you would
think
think that the kid would rebel a little bit.
I mean, if you think of it, I've been kind of working since I was 11. That's when we shot the pilot for our show. So any time there was a weekend where I could have been out getting in trouble, we were actually filming as a family. So I got a ton more parent-kid time than a lot of young people do.
I think the Britney Spears incident would have set me down a bad road at 8.
It almost sent you down a bad one at 51.
I'm mad for the 8-year-old version of you.
She's Britney. She can...
Whatever. All the plugs done. Jimmy's good.
I'll be in Erie this weekend. I leave right after the show.
Okay.
And I have pre-sale on until noon today for Rhode Island and Birmingham, and then the Fox Theater in Connecticut and the Terry Fedor Theater in Vegas went on sale 36 minutes ago, so they're on sale now.
All right, and Eric's yelling at me. What, E-Rock? Jesus. What do you got?
Download the latest podcast on iTunes.
Which one?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Nice. Opie Radio on iTunes. Subscribe.
Did you guys see the Steve-O story about Mike Tyson breaking his nose?
What?
No.
Did he actually do it?
You got to see. It's one of his story alone is better than all the stories I
He tried to
I've
get
ever
Mike
had.
to punch him in the face.
He wanted him to do it.
Is this new?
If you play the audio,
let me see this really fast. And then we're gonna play your song, Sophie.
Across the stage, and I dove.
No, you gotta
Mike Tyson's
you gotta get the
fist,
whole clip.
really badly breaking my.
Oh yeah, he did this.
This guy came out of the audience. He said, "Steve-O, your nose needs to be set right now. I'm a kung fu instructor. I've set 20 broken noses." So I put my faith in this guy. Sat down on the stage. My nose gushing blood. He put a thumb on either side, and he kind of violently clicked it into place. I got better cosmetic surgery done at the hands of Mike Tyson and a kung fu weirdo than any doctor probably ever could have given me. And I'm Steve-O.
Didn't he pretty much run into the fist?
You missed what the beginning was. Bam broke his nose in one of the movies, and then it was crooked. So he was like, "I want to get it fixed. The movie's going to pay for it." And by the time he got there, it was already healed.
Yeah.
So then he tells some story. He was in some loony bin with Mike Tyson going, "Mike, break my nose, break my nose." He's like, I'm not doing it. He goes, "Just hold your fist out." He goes, "The time wasn't right." And then he's like, 4 years later, we're doing the roast. We're like, "Now's the time." He stuck it. I mean, I'm butchering this. You got to hear him tell the story. It's
Yeah, I'll check it out. We'll play it on the air tomorrow or something.
God, that was so loud. What a horrible intro to your wonderful song.
That's fine.
Now we're going to play Kiss Me, the debut single with Rebel, now available from Sophie Simmons. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
And now we play the song. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Bill Burr.
Goodbye.
And Jimmy, good luck in Erie. We'll be live tomorrow. All right, let's play the song. Kiss Me.